Throw Gang, we're joined by the content king and queen, the Murray Hill MILF, the production princess, slob on his knob, because he's the based fob. Check in with her on the Vice doc. Call him Abercrombie because they don't give AF that they're two Wong and one white. Taiwanese back shots going bow, bow, bow. He was a real muncher at the Vice office, but he never goes south second. They're having a blast, no Baja, but who let the dogs out? He puts the cum in documentary. Not a priest, but he's bodying these Proud Boys. They put the eat anal reams in Canal Street Dreams. Had an Asian fusion pharaoh after they rolled to California. Call son Wapanese. The fits tasteful. The wrist glacial. The crib palatial. The sex interracial. Vice media disgraceful. The movie money shot facial. Co-host of the Canal Street Dreams podcast and producer and director of the documentary Vice is Broke, Natashia and Eddie Huang. Natashia and Eddie, how the hell are you?
Woo! Thank you, brother.
Pow,
Wow.
pow, pow.
Yo, I feel like when Michael
Wow.
Buffer dies, you got to take his job.
Sure.
You're a poet.
Thank you.
Let's get ready for interracial sex.
Yo, for the
It's a
record,
similar skill set.
South First Street. I always go down first. Yo, South First
Okay,
Street.
okay.
Wow.
But the office is on South Second. I lived
No,
I
yeah.
lived on
I-
South Second. I would watch these miserable fucks just like trudge off to work every morning.
Yeah.
Wait, I lived on South First and Wythe.
I lived on South Second and Wythe.
So funny. We were
Neighbors.
neighbors.
Did you guys
Maybe.
Did I try to hit on you at Freehold?
Oh my God. Freehold is the craziest throwback. No, but it's so funny because we didn't know each other and we have so many. Do you know like the red string theory?
Yeah. No.
Well, it's just like you don't meet somebody until the time is right, but you're always in the same place. You're kind of like, your life is so parallel. Like I lived right there. He was at the Vice office. We never met.
But you didn't work at
lived-
Vice.
No, I didn't work at Vice.
But we also
Thank God.
both
But we
lived
just,
on
like,
12th
yeah.
Street. And then she was buying loose cigarettes down the block when I
I
had
was.
Bauhaus here.
Did you ever buy a bow at Bauhaus?
No,
Oh.
never.
You're like, this
Damn.
place looks like shit.
No,
Ew, Chinese food. Ew.
I mean, the bathroom was like
Ew.
abominable. It was the most
Yeah.
abominable bathroom in New York,
Just
which
blunt
is fire.
guts everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of fire.
They hand out awards for that shit, literally.
Yo, it would be us and Mars Bar. I think had the most bombed out.
Damn, probably.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, guys. We're so happy to have you. Welcome back to New York. Welcome to the pod, Eddie. First time in person.
First time. I was on Zoom the first time in 2021.
Yeah, promoting Boogie.
You guys are like dumb famous now.
Oh, shut the
Okay,
You know,
fuck
I
up.
was
bro.
just like doing you a favor. The first
yeah, okay.
what? I
Well,
remember.
one giant back piece later, you're joining
Yeah.
us with your wife. Although you're not technically married, right?
no.
Ooh.
I was a runaway bride.
Wow.
Wow.
You guys got a little
Yeah.
Jon Snow?
Yo, it's
Little
funny.
bastard
So
kid.
we had
Yeah,
a full fucking
bastard.
wedding. We had a wedding.
We didn't. We eloped. It wasn't a full
Yo,
wedding. Like we went to
Ralph
Santa
and Elaine over
Barbara.
there.
The whole
Eddie,
thing.
are you thinking of the right fiance?
yeah.
Yeah, he's probably not.
Well, that's how she's the one. We know that.
She's the third one.
yeah. Third time's the charm. For real.
It really,
Yeah.
it has to be. Well, we're not married. But we went to Santa Barbara. We went to the courthouse. He started inviting all of his friends. And I was
Okay.
like, this is not
A lot of
what this
witnesses.
is.
Yeah.
And then,
Streets was out.
I decided I didn't want to marry him anymore. And then,
She canceled the morning of.
Damn.
Damn. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Bad
Yeah,
morning.
I did.
Oh, shit.
You're not a morning person.
Well, no, I think it all started the night before. I was pregnant.
Mm.
And so I was
Shotgun.
hungry. And
Angry.
everyone was taking so long to go to dinner. And I think it just triggered me. And then we got in a huge
Well,
fight.
she
And then
got
I was like,
mad
I'm not
'cause her
marrying
mom
you.
gave me some pills, so I took some pills and was drinking.
That too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yo, you're a fucking lush. Like, you're useless getting wasted with my mom. So she got mad at me and her mom.
Oh, damn. Let's cancel
Yeah.
the wedding.
But
Why'd you marry my mom?
was
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
everybody
that
fucked
came out.
up.
That came
Yeah.
out. That came out.
For sure.
That
You're
comes out all the time. Why don't you just marry my mom?
He loves my mom like more than me. I swear to
Wow.
God. I think
Fuck with
he's
Paula.
with me so to have access to her.
Do you fuck with his dad?
Yeah, I do. And his dad fucks with me. He showed me his foot before. He
Whoa.
like took his foot out of a
Unprompted?
loafer.
Yeah.
Just
And-
one?
Yeah, just one. And he was like, this is what a foot with gout looks like.
Yo, the illest pickup line.
It is the hardest line. This
Wow.
dude put a Ferragamo shoe on the table at the Malibu Soho house and says to her,
Yes.
you ever seen a foot with gout? And then takes it out of the shoe and this shit's dumb crusty.
Yeah.
It looked like a fermented
Wow.
It was a
foot.
sign
But it
of
was a
luxury back in
flex
the day.
because
or
it's a
royalty.
rich man's
Yeah.
disease. Like he was like, I got gout.
And now
Like
Natasha's a gout chaser.
I am. Add that to my list. I'm a gout chaser.
Wow.
He knew.
Did he have a size 14 Ferragamo and like a size 10? Like,
Oh, luckily his foot's significantly smaller than mine. He's like a size 9.
No, but I mean for the one gout foot, or does he have gout?
No, it flares up.
Okay.
So he was good this day.
All the shrimp got
He
hot
wasn't, yeah,
poison.
yeah.
It's
He
like
didn't have
accidental
a- he
bumps
didn't
and gout
flare
flaring
up.
up at the Malibu Soho house.
Yeah.
I've been engaged 3 times. I've been to one of my own weddings. We survived. We actually ended up having the wedding. She decides to come to the
I
wedding.
changed my mind.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
We go
And then
through
I
with the
had-
whole
we-
thing. And then I give my dad the papers to mail out, and he forgot to mail them.
Yeah.
Nope.
Gout was flaring up again.
Yeah.
He couldn't walk to the mailbox.
Too busy at the shrimp buffet.
He was like, nah, chill. That's my girl.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
he
like-
forgot how
Yeah.
convenient.
He was like, "You
I
can't
saw-
have her.
Yeah.
That's my girl."
What a family affair. We love
Yeah.
it.
Well,
yeah,
thank you
not
guys for joining us, taking time off from your marriage.
Yeah, raising your kid.
Yeah, raising our kid.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So let's just get right into a fit check and breeze through it. We'll go ladies first, Natasha. What are you wearing today?
I'm wearing an LL Bean jacket with, oh my God, I think a Frankie Shop skirt,
Mhm.
Margiela bodysuit,
Oh,
Margiela tabby, ballet
Ooh.
flats.
good fit.
So
Yeah.
Appreciate the
Put that
effort.
shit on Klarna.
yeah,
We'll be paying for this for like the next 5 years.
looks like you have bound feet.
We're doing, yeah. Well, my feet are bound at all times.
Lotus flower.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Traditionally.
Shout out the lotus flowers and the Margiela flat.
What about the jewelry?
Third engagement ring.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Mhm.
Big
Wait, was it a new ring or did you have the same ring?
I think there
I
might be
rolled
some.
the cost of the
I
first
think-
2 joints into this, traded
I
it
think
in, and
there's
then threw
some
money on top.
recycled stones.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think
You
you want
literally
Speed
took
to
money
know
out of
that.
other broads' pockets.
Wow.
You know,
to cop that baguette.
Boss bitch.
Yeah.
What about the bag?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bag is Bottega. Andiola. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's my diaper bag though.
Oh,
So
flex.
shout out to my man.
I got tricked into buying that bag.
Push
You
present.
did.
So
This
so-
was the best shopping experience of my life. I think I couldn't have paid this woman to help me out more.
Mm.
We were in Bottega. Well, you were buying a watch.
I was buying
A Bottega watch?
No, he was across the street buying
Got
a
it.
watch. We were in LA. We were on Rodeo. He was buying a watch and I was bored. So I went to Bottega and I was just looking around and I was making friends with the sales associate, as you do. And I'm texting him. I'm like, I feel like you would like this guy. He's really cool. So he like comes over immediately. And then it's his homeboy.
Oh,
And he's like, oh shit, it's me, J Rock. Like, and I was like, what? Like, you just told me your name was Jonathan.
He was a
Right.
white dude with like a basketball nickname, like J Money.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, J Money.
So whatever. I'm like looking at this bag and we're like, oh, it's cute, whatever. We get the price. And I was like,
Mm.
I don't know. And then
Yeah.
you could tell the rest because you kind of.
Yo, I was like,
Maybe
nah,
when that
nah,
vice
nah.
check hits.
Chill, yeah.
Yeah.
And the bag was just sitting there, but then this other shorty came by and was like trying it on, looking wild, dusty. And I was like, yo, I can't let that bag go to that home. Like, that's not a good home for
Right,
this
right.
bag.
That's
so
big
I
of you,
copped.
dude. Thank you.
I copped. You
Yeah.
have to save a bag sometimes.
Yeah.
He was like,
Captain
literally,
Save a
he was
Bag.
looking at her and he
Like,
was
that
looking
bag
at
was
me.
about to go to a halfway house. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, that bag doesn't deserve that.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
throw some shitty Pampers in there instead.
Yeah.
Literally, there's like coterie wipes
Yeah.
in there and like a pair of socks. I'm like, great.
All right, Eddie, what are you wearing, Eddie?
Oh, Aura Lee,
Oh.
you know, light see-through polo
Yeah,
shirt.
the silk
right?
silk blend.
If you look closely, you could see, you know,
Nip.
like a
Yeah.
bubble tea nipple, right? Little boba
Boba
for that
nips.
ass. Yeah. I got the Evan Kenori jeans.
Oh.
I like
The big
I really
boys.
like Evan Kenori pants.
Mm-hmm.
I got women's Bottega Uggs on.
Fire.
Did they throw those in with the bag?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a
Okay.
BOGO deal.
Twofer.
And then I got
The
I got the
watch.
Vacheron.
Ooh.
The
overseas,
Vash.
Very nice, dude.
You know, with the green dial.
The wrist glacial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wrist glacial.
The wedding band is nice though, even
Oh,
though
yeah.
it represents nothing.
Is it
It's
the
really
is
good.
it the vice ring?
No, this is the
Right.
wedding band, but it's like the emerald baguettes.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a really nice
Yeah,
band.
for a
Looking
band,
French.
for a wedding
You know,
band, I
that's
was like,
pimp
I
shit.
like what you did.
I'll
Looking
share
like
this with
Dominique
you.
Ansel, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking baguettes. Cronut on the
Cronuts
cronut on the
finger.
wrist.
That's
I
cronut
got
money.
Nick City boxers on.
Nick City.
Yeah, Nick City boxers.
Like the
from
City
Ethica.
Dancers? Okay.
No, it's got like the cityscape. So I
Oh,
got
This
the
is
city
the new pair.
City on my cock.
This
Yeah.
is the new pair after you auctioned off the other pair.
Yes.
How much do those go for?
70, I think $75.
And
a
some-
pair
Yeah.
of used drawers.
Some freak what freak bought those at
I
auction?
don't know.
Some random dude copped, and I
Whoa,
was like,
fire.
"Hey, yo,
Yo.
It was a guy.
yeah, it was a guy.
Wow.
yeah,
Got the Wong Wang.
Yeah, I mean, if a shorty bought him, you might have fist fought her.
No,
feel
I
like
don't
you-
think I would mind.
Oh, good. That's good. Yeah.
open mind.
But if
you
a
know?
guy
Yeah.
bought it, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm into
What about
that.
the
classic
Buddha?
piece?
The Buddha's always here.
Yeah.
Because the two times
Yeah.
I've taken this off, like I almost died. So it never comes off.
Right, need the
I never
protection.
take the Buddha off.
What happened?
One time I was super high and driving to Mardi Gras, and I got to New Orleans and made a left turn and then got T-boned and my car completely flipped over.
Jesus.
And then the second time,
Do you still make it to Mardi Gras?
I've never been to Mardi Gras.
How
since.
drunk were you?
I was not drunk driving. There was no.
You got the
drunk
leader out the
driving.
window, the
No.
yardstick.
How
No,
drunk was
thing-
the other guy?
The dumb shit was me and my buddy were driving. This dude, Crazy Chris from Rollins College, and we were
C-Rock.
filming. We were filming driving
C-Rock.
C-Rock, and it just got T-boned. There's actually I have like
Footy?
the camcorder
Oh, shit.
footy.
Yo.
I was just like, yo, we up in Mardi Gras.
Facesofdeath.com exclusive, dude.
You're like a
Straight
streamer.
dumbassery. Yeah.
Yo, you get that?
Yo, second time, this was way long ago. I broke my first condom because it kept hitting somebody in the face. So I took it off,
Oh.
and then the condom broke, and I was like, "No, I'm never taking this
Never
off."
again.
Got it.
Yeah.
Never.
You
again.
almost died.
I almost died. I almost died. That qualifies.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'm
fucking
with you,
scary
dude.
shit. I was more scared of the
So
condom
I was having
breaking
sex with an AIDS
than-
patient.
Yeah.
Or he's like,
Yo.
or he's gonna have to take his own life. Not ready to raise another one.
Is that? Oh, and you're drinking some liquid
Yeah,
death tea.
I stay
Liquid
with the
Death tea.
Death.
Sponsor Eddie and Natashia. God damn.
Sponsor us. This is
Yeah.
my favorite bev right now.
And the Dubai latte that has a
Trash.
sprinkling of Cleveland steamer.
Yeah.
If you're an influencer, what is it?
Yeah.
Terrible. It was from Froth, the
Froth,
coffee shop
yeah.
down the street. Very nice barista lady in there. She's
Yeah.
like really working hard. She's putting her whole back into every coffee there. But
Right.
this just concoction, the viral Dubai latte, it's not hitting.
Okay.
As
good to know.
as people that are like adjacent to like the LA or were adjacent to the LA influencer scene, are girls getting flued out to Dubai to get like shit on for, a Birkin?
Absolutely.
Is that, yeah, that's absolutely it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know what's
Yes.
funny? I wrote this into a script that is out to the market right now. And all of these executives are like, that scene's too crazy. It's too crazy. We don't believe it. I'm like, yo, this is happening.
right.
Yeah.
This is absolutely happening. And it was funny. They didn't believe me that people were getting
Like,
shit on
ask
their
your
chest.
daughter. This happens.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Ask if Ashley's been shit on her
Yeah.
testicles. You know?
That
But no.
Jesus Christ.
The
Now
Dubai
it's
steamer.
mainstream culture, the Dubai steamer.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in the coffee now. Yeah.
Everybody
The
knows.
Dookie latte. All right,
Everybody
fit check.
knows. 60
drink-
racks. Get your chest shit on.
That's it?
That seems, but
I
and
think
what,
so.
business class, 5-star hotel? Like, there's other
You get to
accoutrements.
pet
We
you
were
get to
in
pet a
bed
tiger.
one night and somebody
Yeah.
called her and was like, it happened.
Yeah, somebody I know
Like, that's
was
how I
telling
found
me
out.
like a friend of a friend's intimate story.
Wow.
And this was before it had kind of gone like viral on the
Right.
internet. This was like early
Yeah.
when we were dating. And
Before
I
it
told
was
him
cool.
Yeah.
and he was horrified. But yeah, it's not
I-
a lot
I
of
wasn't
money for
horrified.
what
I
it
was-
is. Because I think like the mental trauma of that.
Okay, so she wasn't like, yo, I kind of like this shit. It
It
was like,
wasn't
this
her,
is the worst
but
thing. All right.
I don't know. I don't know if she liked it. She may. Someone's into it.
60 racks? I get shit on for 60 racks.
60
Hell yeah,
really?
bro.
That's so quick.
Yeah.
Like I could
I
spend
get shit on every day
like,
for
it
less,
just-
dude.
What do you? It's no.
What?
I
You
don't
spend
know.
60 racks on?
But like no, I
Bottega
just feel like
bags.
no,
Yeah,
but I
diaper
feel like
bags.
it would
The
go so
Anaconda
quick.
joint.
Like
How do
what do
you
you
think you got
do? Yeah, the anaconda.
The
yes.
anaconda joint's
Yeah.
worth getting
I guess
shit
it depends
Why
what
do you
they
think,
ate.
why do you
that
think
day.
the Bottega loafers are called the daddy loafers?
Oh, God.
Wow.
Wow.
We're
We're putting
You
it
need
all
to drop the
together here.
Dubai loafer.
Yeah, they need to drop the
The
Dubai,
viral Dubai
the Dubai
loafer.
loafer.
Nice
People
mocha
getting shit on.
leather.
Yeah.
That doo-doo brown.
Ugh.
All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes. The only podcast matters. I mean, first off, how's the move back to New York City been?
The best choice we've ever made.
Really? Why did you guys decide to move back? After how many years in LA?
Well, the thing for me was really that, like, all right, so I'll explain it like this. You guys shoot dice. Like when you go to Vegas, you play craps.
We're very bad at gambling, but
Okay.
I like shooting
CeeLo?
CeeLo.
Word. Okay.
3, 2,
but
1,
let's
4,
talk
5, 6.
craps,
Yeah.
right? It's like you can hit a point like 4, 6, 8, 10, right? 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. And it's like in LA, it's like there's no money to be made unless you hit like the actual point,
Okay.
right? Where it's like you got to do TV or you got to do film. Otherwise, like there's just not like the mid bag or the like the mini bag to cop.
We're the kings of the mid bag.
Yeah.
I get it, dude.
Yeah, I love the mid bag. I love a mini bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love a
Telfar.
cocktail bag.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
A little
Telfar,
clutch.
bro.
Give me the Luar.
Friday night, let's get some Luar money, right? And it's just like,
I'm just getting pissed on for the Luar bag, you know?
yeah. And
Slice.
in LA, the only money to be made right now is like if you hit the 4, you hit the 10, but the odds are very low. In New York, you could put money on the 6, you put money on the 8, you put money on the 9. Like you could just make money off somebody else's role, you know? And so I think the just economy and business is fucked in LA right now. That's one. And I think people in LA, because they make 10% off of you, like there's a lot of people making
managers,
percentages.
agents, etc.
Yeah, they try to like control which bag you're getting to. And in New York, like I can't be controlled. Like I show up at Joe's Pub on a Friday night and make a few $100. I'm happy, you know, like I'll go make a few $100 with Cream Rama. Like I'll go.
They add up.
Yeah, I'll go do an auction with Substack. It's fun. And for me, it's just like, I love the hustle. I like staying active, but also it's that I wanted to come back and open a restaurant. And I was like,
notorious moneymaker.
Notorious moneymaker. And my thing was just like, I was thinking about opening a restaurant in LA, but I was like, I don't really want to be an LA restaurant. Like that restaurant scene is not fun to me. Everybody's pocket watching. Everyone's keeping up with the Joneses. That food,
everyone's eating the fucking cats.
They choking cats and masturbating, and it's like it's everybody's just going to places to be seen. I'm like, yo, New York, there's actually people who like understand and are interested in food.
Gotcha.
You know, like,
and you want to serve to those kind of people.
Yeah, I care. Like to me, like I care about food in like the artful way.
Wait, so I thought that you had hung up the apron permanently. You coming back?
No. Yeah, I'm coming back.
So is the restaurant still on the menu?
Yeah, I'm working on one right now with talking to a few people in New York, some well-known operators and things. So I think we'll have one by probably top of next year.
Is it going to be like the classic Huang kind of repertoire?
Yeah, it'll be like, have you been to some of my like private dinners and shit like that?
I mean, I had some bows at the sample sale at Wine and Kennedy where we first met.
Oh, damn. That's a mid-bag. That was a mid-bag day.
That's a mid-bag.
Shout out Phil.
Bro, shout out Phil Chang. You know, like,
the GOAT.
But no,
Shout
I've
out
been
Phil.
cooking a lot of private dinners for brands and people over the years. And like the restaurant concept is really me cooking like celebratory Chinese food. Like the shit you would cook for an anniversary or a birthday, or like, yo, I got a big bag. Let's eat fucking lobster this way. Yeah, on me. Crap. Exactly. So I want to do that. And
banquet.
Like, I've been collecting art for 10 years. So it's in so many ways, it'd be like my Mr. Chow's.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, okay. I would never say that I'm not inspired by Mr. Chow. Like, I fuck with Chow.
Wait, Natasha, what do you think of Eddie's plan to mortgage your entire future, you and your son? Are you on board with this?
I'm into it.
Yeah?
I believe in him.
Do you want to be involved?
I think I'm involved in everything he does.
Yeah.
Like, just Eddie's dream in life is that we like work together on everything.
Really?
Okay.
Yes. Which
you currently do.
Which we do now. I think I was resistant at first, but now I'm just like, okay, if you're doing it, whatever he does, it becomes it's all consuming.
So you're like, I need to be there or I'm going to be behind.
Well, yeah, it's like it's all consuming. It's every day. It's in our living room. It's in our kid. Like everything is happening. So if you don't jump on board, it's like, it's happening in front of you. You might as well involve yourself.
Gotcha. What's the secret to working together without killing each other, or it affect your relationship, or does it? I don't know. Maybe you guys do hate each other. Maybe.
No, I think we've gotten so good at it. Actually,
yeah. Well, you're right. She really didn't want to be involved at first, and then it was like, all right, then like 70% of my day, you're just not going to see me because I'm in the lab, I'm in the cave, just like sharpening the sword. And then she was like, all right, this shit's cool. And I think what it was when you believed that like you had a place in every work and that like it was really, really helping me. Cause I think for a while you were just like, you're being nice. Like you don't actually need my help. I'm like, no, I need you.
Yeah, for sure.
And like you saw, I think what it was there was a couple times she put out some insane fires. Like I think I might have thrown a box of pizza at my producer on the Vice doc.
Fire.
Yeah.
I threw a pizza at a producer because he was just annoying the shit out of me during lunch break. Like he kept trying to talk to me about like legal. And I was like, yo, I'm on lunch break. Like I'm in every scene. I'm directing every scene of this film. I'm booking every guest. I'm doing all the research. Like lunch to me, stop fucking talking to me.
Right.
And I gave him like 2 warnings and he kept talking to me about like a release for somebody. And I just threw the box of pizza at him.
So you assaulted him when he wanted to talk about legal. Smart move, dude.
Yeah.
Produced a black guy.
Yeah. So then it was a 5-alarm blaze. They're calling all the managers. They're calling all the agents. Eddie threw a pizza and walked off set. And then obviously Natasha got roped into this and she took me to go eat ice cream, which was really fucking cute. like the cutest thing ever.
Don't you have
I
IBS?
just-
Yeah, I do.
of
So,
course.
I mean, so I definitely took a shit.
Right. But then that's when you're busy in the bathroom.
It's the
fucking
best.
Blowing it up.
Yeah.
Natasha
It's
can
like,
go like,
okay, we can fix it.
Damage control.
Eddie's
Yeah.
out.
I'm in
We got 20
minimum
minutes.
45 minutes. Minimum
Yeah.
45.
So Natasha's
Minimum,
raising two
dog.
boys. Got it.
Yeah,
Roger that.
100%. I'm a
We've all
mom
been
of
there.
two.
Yeah.
And
For
I
sure.
remember we ate ice cream and she just gave me this talk. She's like, yo, this doc means a lot to you. Like you fought to get this doc made. You gave up like your rights contractually with
Right.
Vice to like get to tell this story. And you're going to throw it away because this producer annoyed you during lunch. And I was like, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, when you
She's
put it
like,
that way, I fucked
Yeah.
up.
Cooler heads
He-
prevailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is annoying. The dude is dumb annoying.
But that's his job to be annoying,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But Natasha, so you work with a lot of agents and managers on behalf of like what you guys do. Are the stereotypes true that they are the slimiest motherfuckers on earth?
I think they can be, but you can catch a really good one.
Oh,
Phil's son is good.
Yeah.
okay.
Our manager is the best. Like, he'll
Yeah.
straight talk me. He'll grab me. He'll yell at me. And I'm like, all right, good.
Sounds like you need a lot of that in your life.
Yeah.
Wrangling.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I say. I'm like, my job is really wrangling him.
Mm.
It's just like,
That's a
I
full-time
wake
job.
our son up and then I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you're good. Now I have to like,
Right.
I have to start on him.
I got to put him to bed.
Yeah.
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 Do you ever feel any resentment about like not getting credit for, well, now you are, but like, you know, being the glue that holds it all together?
No, not really.
I think you get a lot of credit from like, the team.
Yeah,
too.
for sure. I do feel like I get a lot of credit there, but no, it doesn't bother me because I'm like genuinely a fan of his work. So there's so many projects that I'm just like, I don't care. I just want to like see it be made.
That's so
That's
nice.
the
Wow.
that's the goal. That's the only thing.
When did
She's
you
a
become
keeper.
a fan of Eddie?
I think when we were, I don't even know if we were dating yet, but you had sent me a script. I don't know if I can say the name of it.
Yeah.
And it was, I read through it in like 45 minutes.
Page turner.
It was so good. I didn't want it to end. I like wanted to live in the world. And I was just like, this guy's brilliant.
Were you like, I gotta meet this guy?
I think
And
we had
fuck
already
him?
hung out.
Oh, we had hung out.
But we hadn't, but then once I was reading it, I was like, for sure. I was like, for sure gonna let this guy fuck
You were
me.
turned on by his mind.
Yeah, I
'Cause
was.
She was telling me about her life. And I was like, yo, there's some shit in this script, tuna melt, that I think you'd really relate to.
Yeah.
And I mean, she helped me cast it up. Like, she helped me identify the people to cast for it and everything. Like, she's always the first one to read everything I do.
The opinion you trust the most, right? Would you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the feedback
Aw.
that like hits the hardest.
Yes. Like, so a lot of times, whether it's your executive or your publisher, your producer, like, they all have different interests, right? And so sometimes they'll discourage you from like pushing a story in a certain artful direction.
Right.
If she tells me that she likes it and it's fire, then I'll fight for it.
Ooh.
If she doesn't like it, then I'll open up for notes.
You can
and shit
compromise
like
on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be like, all right, cool. Because if Natasha's not feeling it,
Wow.
then there's something to this. I'm literally, if she says like it's okay to listen to other people, I'll open up my ear. Otherwise, I keep it locked up because what I've learned in the business is everyone has an interest in pushing your work into certain directions.
Sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
So they get paid.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't trust people.
Yeah. We're watching
Right.
the studio. We get it.
Yeah.
So you're talking about like in LA, everyone's like going for the big, it's like big bag or nothing, right? Is that like I believe that we're talking about like the industry we're talking about is like film and TV. What's the current state of the film and TV world? Is it as fucking chopped as everyone says it is right now, where it's just like impossible to get anything done unless it is like, oh, it's starring whatever, starring Brad Pitt.
It's definitely shot unless it's like huge IP,
Right.
or like extremely castable and viral
Mhm.
and something that they just know is going to like hit their algorithm and their metrics.
Totally.
People are really
Chicken jockey.
yeah, it's shit like that. Unless you're like on the bullseye of what is in their like focus group meetings,
Yeah.
it's just not happening. And then like if you speak the like cinephile done language and like you know what those like financier art fuckers want, like that'll get made still because there's still like super rich people and nepo babies like making that kind of stuff. But if you're like wacky and challenging, it's very, very difficult right now. Like luckily for me with the Vice doc, it's the financier Ted Ham that finances film. he just has incredible taste.
Ooh.
And he was aware of Vice and he knew of like everybody around it. So he wanted the like insider take. He didn't care that I wasn't focused mainly on like the economic downfall.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like he didn't want the like Gibney doc of it.
You wanted the hot goss, right? He's like,
Yeah.
make that. I want that story.
Yeah. He was like,
Which is what
let's-
people probably want generally.
Yeah. He was like, tell the freaky version.
Yeah,
And
right.
so like, I'm really lucky. He just has good taste. He also financed like Get Out,
Oh, wow.
Black Klansman. So like that guy knows. And it's just about finding that financier who understands your work, but there's just not many of them right now.
Is it that like because there's so much money involved in these projects, people are conservative, right? They don't want to take the risk, or there needs to be like a more certain ROI with like, and that's why people or financiers are drawn to like existing IP where it's like, yeah, kids love Minecraft.
Yeah, and I think that because a few streamers control the distribution channels now,
Yeah.
because they control it all, there's just not a way to like get your money back on a film unless it's just like for right down the middle mainstream. You know, there's just not ways to make money on stuff. TV, you can still get it off, right? Because there's still some very good executives in TV.
Mm.
Like FX has Landgraf, who's
Right.
phenomenal. The HBO team is still phenomenal, but like for a couple years, they haven't been able to buy shit. You
Because
know,
of the Viceland fuck up. You're still in debt from that?
Yeah.
no, I think what it was the merger, that Zaslav
Oh,
Discovery
yeah.
shit
Yeah.
that fucked up their
People
whole
hate that
budget.
guy. Yeah.
New
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah, exactly. So like HBO was the best place to get things made for 20 years. And I think they just don't have the buying power they used to.
Right.
And then, you know, Netflix is Netflix, man. They have a very specific taste. Every once in a while, there's a hit like Adolescence on there. That's
Yeah.
just like phenomenal, but that got through like the British side. Like it's a British project. You see a lot more like good British projects on Netflix.
Totally.
Yeah.
You can do a British project, no?
Me.
You could do an accent, right?
My showrunner on one of my projects is British. I fuck with him.
His colonizing ass.
Was having a kid, how much did that go into the decision to move back to New York? Would you guys rather have a thought daughter or LA son?
I'll let you answer. I've answered too, but you answer.
Thought daughter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are LA sons
Same.
just like the worst fucking dudes on earth?
To worse, bro.
I just don't think you would want your son to come of age in LA and be a man. Like, I don't think they would ever be able to be a man.
A predator.
That makes sense.
A predator, but
yeah,
maybe not a man.
maybe.
Yeah.
Which
Just
is
a-
the
just a
worst.
sex
That's
pest
like
with a
the
bussin'
worst
haircut.
possible outcome for your son
Right.
as a mom or anyone.
Yeah, I would love my child no matter what. But there's probably one thing
Bullshit.
that I would if a child grows up and is just a completely ineffective human, it would be very difficult for me to have respect for them.
Ineffective in what way? Always?
It's
Or
completely ineffective, like a scammer or like, you know, always making excuses or lying and just like completely fumbling all the time. I'd be like, I can't take this.
What would you do?
I'd be like, we got to fix this.
This is child of immigrant talk, I feel like.
Probably.
Little bit, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, like my thing is like, I gotta like a lot of my love is tied to respect. Like I respect her the most, you know, the way her mind thinks and the way she does shit. I respect you guys,
Thank you.
you know?
Thank you.
We respect you too.
Thank you. Yeah. It's just like, I can't fuck with people I don't respect. And there are a lot of like LA men I got no respect
I would say the
for.
majority you probably don't respect.
What are the
right?
qualities of theirs that contribute to your lack of respect?
I think the inability to give a straight answer and look someone in the eye.
Okay.
Like if you don't like something, just say you don't like it.
So honesty?
Honesty.
Mm.
Best policy.
Honestly, yeah,
Mm.
just like stand on what you believe in. Like,
Business.
yeah. A lot of people hate what I have to say, but you always know where you stand with me.
That's a good point.
So did having a kid, did that contribute a lot to moving back to New York to raise him here?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you miss the most about New York City how long were you guys out there for?
I was
Yeah.
out there 4 years. You were out there longer than
Yeah,
me.
I did a bit. I was out there from like halfway through 2014 all the way till 2019.
Yeah.
And for those 5 years, I was back and forth between New York, LA, but I spent a lot of time.
Mm.
Then 2019, I was home to make Boogie. That was
Right,
great. 2020 pandemic, I was in Taiwan. Then 2021 till literally now, I was posted in LA.
Right.
It was the worst 4 years of my life.
Damn. Natasha, what do you miss the most about New York City?
I missed just being connected to people. I think LA was super isolating for
It's
us.
the plot of Crash.
Yeah.
Oscar winner.
Yeah.
Best picture.
It was.
For
We were
real.
just like up in a mountain. It was very disconnected. It didn't feel like a life that we should have been living at this stage in our lives. Like we were too young to be in Bel Air, secluded, and
Right.
just kind of cooped up. Beautiful for when you're retired.
Yeah,
though.
people
Right.
in LA love control. They're obsessed with control, like gatekeeping.
Yes.
Everything's arm's length. Okay, I'll hang out with you in 2 weeks on Wednesday at 3 p.m. right here. Okay, I'll confirm the day before through my assistant. I'm just like, New York people just roll up on you like
Right.
Kramer and Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up?
Even hangs at people's houses in LA get very weird. It's so
Please tell us more.
curated, and
Okay.
it's like you go and it's not just like you're going to your friend's house and you're kicking it and you're like, oh cool, I'm gonna like sit on your couch and have a glass of wine. It's very, like you said, arm's length.
There's
It's like
service
I've
people.
created an
Performative?
experience
Yeah.
for you. Come enjoy, and then tell me you liked it later.
Yeah.
But like have fun and post a pic.
Oh, right. It's about
This is where you post. Well, whenever I
Yeah.
watch like Selling Sunset or whatever, it's always just like great. And this is what a great home for entertaining.
Yes.
What are you talking about? I just
Yeah.
want to live here.
Well, yeah, no.
Everyone in LA is
It's my
like, look
home.
at all my shit.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you never feel like you could take a shit in their toilet.
so they want to
Yeah.
But
flex.
do you?
Yeah, he
You
does
asked her.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
Yeah, like
Right.
he like has a glass of water somewhere. He's like, I have shit.
yeah. It's coming.
So they're inviting you over to flex on you and then have you amplify their flexing on social media.
Yeah, and it's not insidious. It's not intentional, but that's just the culture there. So it's not like they're like,
Ooh.
oh, we're gonna flex on everyone today. But that is the
That's even
culture
worse.
in LA is
It's baked in.
Yeah.
But is this at a
Flex.
certain tier of like successful people?
It
'Cause
is.
If you're young and broke,
Yeah.
you're not, but
Yeah, so I'll say this.
for
When
sure,
I lived in
for
Mid City, I had
it
friends.
was mid.
Okay. No, I had friends in Mid City, and that shit was cool.
Yeah, but his friends
Right.
like were the people that like posted up at a liquor store. But your
Gas station
your-
culture.
Yeah,
People
like,
with rock in their
Yo,
nickname.
she didn't believe me. I would tell her I would hang out at discount liquors on Washington Ave and knew everyone. And for my
did not
birthday
believe him.
last
It might be
year,
a lush, Eddie.
yeah, I had a birthday at Mini Bar at the Hollywood 101 diner. And these
Oh, nice.
dudes came in and they're like, yo, we ain't seen you at discount liquors in 3 years. And I was like, yeah, I moved. And she's like, holy shit. Like, you really were up in discount liquors every day.
I never see you at the club. I never see you discount
Yeah.
liquors on Washington
I
Ave.
ain't seen you at discount liquors in a minute.
Yeah.
But I love Mid City because it was a neighborhood.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
the
Yeah.
squeegee dude at the gas station and just post with him. But
Mid
like,
City's walkable too. But then that's the
Yeah.
other thing, just missing for me, especially. I know so many people are the opposite. They have kids, they move to LA. Once we had our son, I was like, I need to move back to New York. It's so much easier for me to have a kid here and
To
move
walk
around.
to the playground.
Because
and-
I'm like, okay, get in your stroller, we're going, and then be home at 8 p.m. Like it's just a different life. LA kids hate the car. As well, our kid does.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be in a car seat for 45 minutes driving to like
Oh, yeah. So restless.
wherever,
in the-
then
in
to
their
go
other-
sit in a high
Right.
chair. And like, it's just, I don't know. I was like, let's just go out. Let's
Right.
have fun.
I will preface this by saying we know one couple who like they do really well and they do throw the functions with like the servers and the whole setup. Nick Jammet and Holly Liss. They're
Yeah.
the only people where I still feel comfortable going to their shit
okay.
because
Yeah.
it's still family. But
They
that's like a
do-
hard thing to nail. Nobody
Yes.
else nails it.
But they're like the leaders, I think, of hosting. When I think of anybody in LA who's like, I will always go to their function. If they're like, we're whatever they're doing, I'm like, yes, I'm coming over.
Thought leaders in hospitality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thought leaders, no LA Suns. Well, speaking of getting run up on, Eddie, do you run into entitled white assholes who don't leash their dogs all the time, or just the second week that you were back in New York?
Mainly the second week I was back, you know, like ever since that video, people have pulled up on me like, yo, leash dog, leash dog. I'm like the leash your
spokesman?
dog
Yeah,
guy now, you know? But
Political
no, that
platform.
dude was wild out of pocket.
Yeah.
I literally got knocked off a bench with my Doberman from his dog jumping at us.
And then he did not take it kindly.
No.
When
He
you were
didn't.
like,
He thought I delivered Chinese food to the building.
oh, that's right.
He straight up was like, you're from Hualong. You know?
Okay, so he's your neighbor in the building. If you haven't seen this viral news story on like Daily Mail or New York Post,
Yeah.
do your Googles. Have you run into him again? It's a big building, right?
I've run into him twice. Natasha's run
Yeah,
into him
I've
a
seen
couple
him.
times.
How did that go?
I don't know that he knows that we're like together. I don't know if he knows who I am.
He
But
probably assumes you don't have a white wife.
yeah,
Honestly, probably, right?
he definitely doesn't think he has a white wife. But he was fine to me. I mean, he always just like
'Cause
kind
you're
of
white.
appeared angry though. Like every time I see him, I'm like, oh,
he's got his own issues.
giving a bad vibe.
He
yeah,
got like coke jaw. He
I
got
think
lockjaw.
so.
Yeah.
You know, he got lockjaw all the time.
How was he to you?
He just like, he still looked angry and sheepish and like saw me and then just like looked down in a way. Like he refuses to apologize, won't acknowledge. And I'm just like, it's cool. Your life got fucked up.
Did his life get fucked up?
I think it got
so.
kind of fucked up.
There was ramifications.
I think a lot of people. I was like in the comment section. I was checking,
Sure. Yeah.
and there was a lot of people being like, in whatever viral video you had posted on TikTok, being like, I just canceled my account with blah 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 fitness. I think he was a trainer. And he had like his own gym and studio. And I think a lot of people, which is crazy that people do that. They're like, I saw this video. I'm not going to work out here anymore.
Yeah. You see the one where in a hot Pilates studio, yoga studio, or hot yoga studio, influencer girl was like, I got yelled at and bullied for drinking water when I wasn't supposed to, and everyone just like canceled their membership to the hot yoga studio.
What? Really?
Yeah. And the
That's
teacher was
crazy.
like, what? The teacher was like, I might have said something, but like I didn't bully her.
So they destroyed that
Yeah.
person's
She's a
small
pussy. She's being a
business.
pussy.
No,
Yeah.
that's why. Like, I really didn't want to do him like I did him, but what? Pause.
Hey, yo.
Him.
But what happened was his mother-in-law like ran up on me in the lobby when I was just picking up food for us one night. And she was like, yo, my husband is a superior court justice.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
And was like trying to lean on me in that way. And like, you know, I found out that they made a complaint to the building. And I was like, all right, so now
It's on.
I got to get the ratchet out.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, you're coming for me? Like I was giving you a pass, bro. You know,
Fuck.
but man,
Damn, bro.
Welcome to the building, baby.
welcome.
Move back and 2 weeks later
Yeah.
making fucking ops. Your neighbors are your ops in New York.
Yo, I moved to Murray Hill too, just because I was like, I can't get in trouble here.
What?
Yeah.
Literally, I
He
chose
straight
Murray
he was
Hill.
like, we won't run into anybody. We'll just be in a bubble. It'll be so nice.
Is
That's
Murray-
hubris, bro.
Yeah. Is Murray Hill still like the same like stereotype or vibe that maybe like it was, I don't know, 10 years ago when it first
oh
like
yeah,
garnered
it's
this
Yeah.
still like
reputation?
junior international
I think
businessmen,
so.
low level traders, like
Third and
people-
long, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
Pug Uglies. You know, like people are up in there. I literally chose Murray Hill because there was like a panty incident in our house 2 years ago.
What?
And
Yeah.
like it just like fucked our whole lives up. She found a rogue pair of panties that I got nothing.
I
to
love that
fucking do with.
I called it a rogue pair of panties. He's
All
still
right.
calling it rogue.
It's a rogue pair of panties.
Well, I was
It almost-
freshly postpartum and I found panties in our house.
It almost brought the whole
panty
situation to a
gates.
collapse.
Panty
brought the
gate.
whole house.
But I
down.
don't think that's why we moved to Murray Hill.
No. It is for me.
Not a
Because I'll
panty
say-
in the
No. I'll
fucking
say this.
I'm
5 block
like,
radius.
this is
'Cause
news to me.
we've never lived in New York together.
Yeah,
so I was
we
like, yo,
haven't.
I don't want to move to like a hot neighborhood where we're gonna run
Right.
into like bodies.
Sure,
You know?
yeah. Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to see zombies.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if we're like
Who
walking our son and
cares?
someone's like, hey, and she's like, who's that? And I'm like, oh,
Right.
And then of course today,
What do you think I'm gonna do? Let me see your panties. Do they match the ones that I found in my house?
Show me your
Like,
drawers.
are
you a size
wearing-
75
Yeah.
leopard thong?
Freaky ass Cinderella.
Yeah, I'm like carrying them around.
Yeah,
to see
try
if
these
anyone's
on
a
now.
Match. Yeah.
Wait, Natasha, are
They're
you a
in my
jealous?
bag.
Are you a jealous person, or was this just so flagrant? Of
It was so flagrant because I just
Where'd the panties come
birthed a baby out of
Sure.
my body.
That's fair. Okay,
Yeah.
good
And I
call.
was like, you're gonna have some other bitch's panties in my house after I just gave you a son?
Where'd the panties come from?
Bro, and then
No one
today
knows.
she finds, well, so
No one
today,
knows.
Some of you guys were hosting. You were
I
hosting.
find a
You didn't know what type
lot-
of party you were
You know what
hosting.
the thing is I find a lot of women's clothing around, and I'm like,
Oh.
this shit isn't mine. It's like straight from fucking Asia too. That's the thing, and it's crazy because I'll look up the brand. Like, I'm not a jealous girl, but I'm just like,
Damn,
let me
Shein
find
panties
out.
on Temu?
And it's the brand is like love. It's like Kofi
yo, so
love
today,
or
right,
something.
I got new pants yesterday. So this morning I'm hanging them up and there's just like this weird pair of like stretchy black pants on one of my hangers. And I was like, oh, it must be her John's. So I take it off and just put it on her
Also
side.
insulting that he was like, must be hers.
Her side of the closet. I didn't look at the
right.
label.
This dog shit is probably yours. Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah.
I go to write on the 29th floor for like 3 hours. I'm so hyped. I came back, finished the script. And then she's just like, what is this? And I'm like, what? And they said like, love me from Taiwan. Like,
If you look up the brand, it's not even I couldn't possibly order from this brand. It's all in Chinese. Like there's not a lick of English on there. I don't know my size. I don't even know how to press order.
You don't want to get Alibaba panties. That's how you get pussy cancer.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want synthetic fabrics on my
That's
vagina.
shit my
Natural
brother's
only.
girlfriend would wear. So I put it on her.
Whatever. And the thing is that I genuinely
scapegoat.
don't care. I was more insulted. I was like,
okay.
again, the level of bitch you're fucking with, if you are fucking with one, needs to change.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Level up
I'm
the side
like,
piece.
it's disrespectful to me because then I'm like, so is that how you see me?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Those are definitely
I'm like,
his
if you're gonna
girl's
fuck with a whack
pants.
bitch, whatever.
Those are pants you wear with like a chunky platform sandal that she would wear.
Whatever.
Like, she'd be
Well, you
wearing
moved to
that.
Murray Hill. Those
Yeah,
pants
that's
just
fine. She's
materialize
fly.
out of thin air, right?
They did.
No, that's the
They
thing.
were on
There's
my
a
side
lot
of the
of
closet.
there's a lot of women's clothing floating around our house, and I'm just
Well,
saying,
Eddie-
if you
Well,
are
you see,
Eddie's
I know I didn't
bitch,
do shit. That's why.
step it up. Like get his credit card. Go to Bottega like I do. Like
Yeah.
treat her better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if she's
Well, Eddie's wearing
if
women's.
she's popping it for
Eddie's
you.
wearing women's shoes right now.
They
Maybe
might
he's
have
wearing.
been mine.
Maybe he's wearing women's panties.
They might have
they
been
were
mine.
much too small.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So the
I was
and
Dump
like,
truck, yo.
And to be clear, the panties that started this all were never identified.
never identified.
Interesting.
And you know what's crazy?
What?
I thought they were my mom's. Because my mom, they're
What a twist! That's a screenplay,
Shout out
dude.
Paul.
and now
Call
I'm
back.
thinking about it, right? Recall. Maybe they were.
No, come on.
This is like the
Maybe-
reverse
maybe
Did she, ever
plot.
he
stay with,
was-
did she ever
Yeah.
stay with you guys?
Oh, she was staying with us while this happened.
Oh.
And I was like, why do you have these
She took my
lacy ass
side.
panties? You
She
know what I
threw
mean?
These panties, they got
And that's
stuck on my head.
again, she took his side. She kept telling me, Natasha, he would never. Why don't you get over it? And I was like,
I
oh,
would
it's
never.
you.
The whole
popping
time
your
they were
pussy.
hers.
I would
It's my
never.
mom.
Damn.
Damn.
A red lace herring.
They're
You will not
fucking.
find another bitch I fucked since 2021 and 2025.
Because he killed them all.
He killed them all, and their clothes are in our closet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm happy we can move past this, and we're all.
We
Yeah,
passed.
yeah.
We
It's
passed.
great.
It's okay.
Yo, I thought we weren't gonna make it here today. I'm like, yo, babe, please, we're on throwing fits today. Like, let's keep this shit together.
Well, what's the
Save
shit?
the fits to be thrown in the studio.
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
What's the shit you guys always typically fight over?
Usually rogue clothes.
Rogue panties.
No.
Rogue.
What do we
You ever
fight
find any
over?
rogue brogues?
We haven't fought in a very long
Very
time.
long time.
Really?
Knock on wood.
What
'Cause
do
of
we
the
fight
kid?
over?
You're
No,
just
I
uni-
think
you're just uni-
we have fought over. I think when you have a kid, you just start fighting because you start keeping score.
Oh.
You don't want to, but then you're like, oh, are you taking a fucking nap right now?
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I
Your
was
turn
just
to
up
change
all
the
night,
diaper,
and
yeah.
how dare you lay down
I think
in your
most
bed?
of it is when we like are in between nannies or something, and I in my head will be like, this is the amount of childcare I've told myself I will be providing today.
Yeah.
And after that amount of childcare, I'll just lay down and like watch the Knicks. Or I'll watch like the Charlotte Hornets, you know? And
Anything.
she's like, yo, you're watching
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Charlotte Hornets
Yeah.
and not taking
This is
care
not a
of
league
stuff.
pass type of situation.
yeah.
Oh, I got league pass.
LaMelo's going crazy.
Yeah.
Melo going crazy. He's swerving Ben in that corner.
He pulled up from the
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can tell when I have not provided enough childcare because she's like, once he goes down, she's got the scowl on her face and she doesn't talk to me till like the
Mhm.
next day.
Mhm.
And in my mind, I'm like, I have not provided enough childcare.
Oh, you're not like
But
thank God
Mello
some
is
peace.
going crazy.
Yeah.
How do you typically make it up to each other?
Foot massage.
Ooh.
I make a very good coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
She
has
likes
been
getting her
times
back
where I
scratched.
won't start a fight at night because if we fight, like for him, I feel like he gets back at me by not making me a coffee in the
Oh,
morning.
you're like, I'm gonna need this.
And there's
coffee.
fights that I
machine's
have been
broken.
like, actually, like I actually am not
You're
going
like,
to say
first
anything.
sip, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever, let me get the coffee first.
Yeah, I need to poop tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let me get that coffee.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I gotta get things
Do
moving.
you cook? Do you cook a lot in the household now, Eddie?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
no, since we moved here, we don't cook anymore.
Well, I feel like I do. I made the
Not nearly as much as we
I
did.
made the cheesesteak pasta the other day. I
Ooh.
shredded up a
Yeah,
bunch of
that was
steak
crazy.
And made a cheesesteak pasta. That
Are you
was
making like
fire.
viral like TikTok recipes?
I should.
Yeah.
But
No.
I can't do TikTok. It's funny.
I know. I tried to get him to do TikTok. I was
Like to
trying
do
have-
it or to be on
Yeah,
it?
to
Like,
like
to
do
be
it,
on
and I
it.
was like,
Oh.
this isn't my voice. Like, I'll put videos that I make for like the pod or like
Yeah.
another. I would do a show on TikTok, but I can't be like, so hey, I'm here.
Right.
It's just, it's not the way I like talking to people.
Okay.
But no shade. I like watching other people do it.
Natasha, what's your For You page look like these days?
Ooh. What is it? I feel like
Is it, like,
right
mommy
now
stuff?
it's a lot of mom stuff. It's a lot of like kind of
MILF
mom
content.
tips, MILF content. Weirdly, I have a lot of Coachella shit right now, which I don't
We all
want.
do.
The
But like
residual
it's-
LA-ness, you
Yeah.
know,
No.
seeping
That's
through the
what I'm getting. But no, I
algo.
have a lot of like interesting, like weird, those like obscure videos. Which doesn't really make any sense. It's just like a sound and like a really odd person. Like my For You page is kind of fucked
Odd
up.
shit.
Like,
Okay.
you've seen it before. It's
Yeah.
like I love when it gets so weird.
Okay.
and
Some real
odd.
brain rot.
She has a
Yeah,
lot of
brain
weird
rot.
animal shit too. Like you follow that big ass bird.
What?
There's that big ass bird you follow.
Yo, there's
Big-
a
big
big.
bird?
It's like
Sesame Street? That
it's like
guy?
in the middle of Russia, and there's just this massive. I don't even know what kind of bird it is. It's like a duck, but it's huge. And
Just
this
posted.
dude, it's like in like a village in Russia. They're like concrete walls. Like it's really down bad. living.
Chernobyl fucking duck,
Huge.
And
dude.
they
white
just
bird.
and this bird just flies, and they like make videos with it. It is the funniest, like coolest thing.
We'll
but
send
yeah,
you
a
the
lot
account.
of like
Please.
odd animal
Crazy ass
shit.
Russians, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck.
a lot of things happening in like a Kazakhstan. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
Stan, I'm.
You're a global
Our
citizen.
son
I
has
get it.
I'm-
Yeah.
fucked up her
reading
algorithm
it.
in a good way too, because he loves watching like little kids playing
Oh
basketball.
my god,
Okay.
he's
So her shit is like
obsessed.
all overtime.
Yeah,
You know.
Okay.
yeah.
Like those kids that like do a layup and then they're like too small. Like when
Yeah,
they're like
yeah, yeah,
seven.
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like 3 feet tall.
Okay.
Did you guys push the having a kid agenda up to get him in under the buzzer before race mixing is outlawed?
Race mixing's outlawed now.
It will be soon.
Potentially on the table, I think.
Wow,
in
in America.
Loving versus
Shit.
Virginia is back.
Yeah.
What are we?
Damn.
What are we gonna do? We
Whoa.
have to have another baby right now.
Yeah.
No, that he's going to become more rare
Yeah.
and then more
Po-
desirable.
Pokemon status.
Yeah.
Wow.
big time.
Damn.
Yeah, that
He's
is
a
like
holographic child.
discontinued watch.
Yeah.
No, we didn't think of that. We're just
Just
clearly
lucky.
on the forefront
Yeah.
of
Right.
things.
Yeah.
Of eugenics.
Unintentionally. Yeah.
I was just shooting the club up. I've been shooting the club up. Since I met her. I don't think I
The condom broke.
I think there's like one time I didn't shoot the club up. Like
Really?
I can remember one time.
Yeah.
Wait, so when you guys always wanted to have a kid, then you were actively trying, or what was that discussion like?
No, we weren't
I
actively
think it's just
trying.
so nice in there. Like it's really hard
In the
to-
club.
Yeah, in the club.
That you're like,
It's really
let me
nice in that club. It's hard to
let me shoot this
get out of there,
motherfucker
yeah.
up.
Shit.
I'm always just like being irresponsible
Shit.
in there.
So
spilling
is
my
that
drink.
is that when you knew you were in love? Is that when you knew you were in love, Eddie? When you entered the club for the first time?
Yeah, you had told me you loved me.
Yeah,
Already.
yeah. No, I told her I loved
I'm
her.
in. I love you.
Yeah, did I tell her I loved you before or after?
Before.
Yeah, that's what I
Before.
thought too. Yeah, I
You
To get into
told
the club,
me-
you have to say it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a code
Yeah.
word.
Well, that's what I was like. Do you?
Yo, I was like too
like
shook
Wolf
to
of Wall
make
Street,
a move for
that
like
scene.
9 dates.
Yeah.
I didn't make a move. It's just like yo, great night.
That's not
You
at
know,
all
That's
what
what you
happened.
said.
Yo, good night. Yeah.
Well, how did it
No,
happen?
9 dates before I like made a move.
9.
Oh yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. No, we
That's-
hung out
that's
a
definitely what
lot.
happened.
We hung out a lot. Like we didn't even like. I don't think we even touched hands. Like we were just like
You're
Were you
shook?
were you getting impatient?
Yeah.
not impatient, but I was like, maybe we're friends.
Like, is this guy gay? Like,
I was like,
friend-zoning?
maybe we're friends. I don't know. Like I was a little confused.
Well, she told me to delay pleasure, so
It
I was
did
like,
say
all right,
that.
cool.
what is that?
Edging?
No, I just like edging. Like I was like, I
Emotional
was
edging.
like, why don't we just
I didn't
know?
understand what's edging.
It's like delaying pleasure.
not
You-
busting.
It's like
Yeah.
you don't come right away.
You
Like-
walk up to the club.
Like wait.
You walk up to the club and you hear it and you see it, but you're like, oh, I'll come back later.
Yeah. And then
Or
you
you're
think
denied
about it all
entry, yeah.
day,
Yeah.
and then you like really want it, and then
Well,
you go back.
She said to delay pleasure, and I was like, all right, whatever. I thought she was curving me, so I was like, I'll curve you harder.
oh.
You know,
Wow.
Miscommunication.
So
But also, I
sassy.
just really like. I knew I was crazy about her when I met her, so I just was like, whatever you say.
Right. I'm not
You
going to
know?
rush it
Yeah.
and
Red
ruin
string,
it.
red string
But it was
theory.
cool. Like in hindsight,
And when did
I
you
had
know?
never. What did I?
When did you know that you were in love?
Ooh, I knew that I was in love with you when you had sent me the email that went into my spam folder.
Oh yeah.
He sent me this really because we were playing cat and mouse for a second. Like he was in LA, I was in New York,
Okay,
whatever. We're bouncing around. And then he had sent me this really long email, just being vulnerable, just being like, I like you, actually. And I want to be serious.
Being
And I
honest.
don't,
Yeah.
being honest. And if this isn't what,
like you, yo.
yeah, if you're not feeling it, just let me know. And I was like,
He's so vulnerable.
and it went into my spam folder.
Oh no.
So for like 3.5 days, he were like texting, and I was like, oh, like what's going on? He's like a little, like, I don't know, you're being a little dry. And I
Just sitting at home punching my
found
teeth.
the email.
so fucking.
And
Is
I was
this
like,
edging?
Yeah. He was like, fuck. Well, I really meant delay pleasure, right?
Yeah.
And then I think you didn't believe me that it was in my spam folder. But
When you said something? You were like, yo, did you get my email?
I
No.
didn't address it. I just went dumb quiet and like was super dry in our texts. And then she just called me. Like, I remember it was a Saturday morning and she called me and I was like, oh, thank God I didn't get high yet, you know? And I thought she was calling to be like, yo, let's just be friends. I don't like you like that. Cause I sent a very emotional email and it was just like, she was like, yo, so this was in my spam. And I did believe you because I was like, I don't know why you'd make it up.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to make that up.
Yeah.
You're trying to hit meat, not hit spam.
Exactly. Exactly.
For real.
Natasha, did you wife up a Chinese guy low key because we're about to enter the Chinese century? And then how pissed were you when you learned Eddie's Taiwanese?
I absolutely was trying to secure my spot in One China.
Yeah.
One China. But
What China?
well, no,
One China.
He's Chinese.
Yeah, by blood Chinese.
You know, and
Yeah, one
then
of those people that went to
by way
Taiwan.
of you know, so we're good.
Okay.
We're good in China.
Yeah.
Are you?
I did my research.
But I thought are you not Taiwanese?
No, my parents were born in Taiwan, but our family escaped from China
With Chiang
after
Kai-shek.
Mao. Yeah, we're the Chiang Kai-shek people.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So then we went to Taiwan. But I
The
love
real
China.
heroes, Mao was a pussy and retreated while Chiang Kai-shek fought off the Japanese.
Wow.
Right?
No.
Am I allowed to say that?
No.
Oh, no.
Funny enough, no. My pops,
No, you're not.
even though he's born in Taiwan and Mao kicked our family's ass, my dad really respected Mao. So like I grew up reading about Mao.
Okay.
Damn.
I respect that he
Little red
expelled
book.
the foreigners.
You were
We had a-
indoctrinated.
We had a portrait
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Mao in our house.
So are you
Oh, okay.
Fuck with Mao.
are you ready for the Chinese century now that Pax Americana is crumbling?
We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Like, yo, I love China. I think there's a lot to learn from China, but I will also say this: like, I don't buy into the like we're better or they're better. Like my middle brother lives in China and
Okay.
loves it and is like China's the greatest. And I'm like, yo, China's fire, but also America's fire too.
Mhm.
Like we're in a bad era and there's some like really terrible things going on. And I think like the corporate oligarchs have taken over. But I do still really love the ideals America's built on. Not to get like all corny
Yeah.
and serious all of a sudden, but like I love this place. Like I lived in Taiwan and I thought I may be able to stay there, but I missed America,
Yeah.
man.
No guns there.
No buffalo wings.
Really?
It's the buffalo wings, bro.
It was the wings.
Yo, Chinese people cannot make a buffalo. This is what's
Do they
crazy
try?
because the best fried chicken is like the hood spot, the Chinese bulletproof glass
Yes,
spot.
100%.
The number one chicken fried hard, but they cannot make a buffalo wing for their lives.
You get just Frank's Red Hot and like do it yourself.
Yeah, I'm like,
Dude.
just toss it in butter and Frank's Red Hot. And for some reason, they just can't do it. They don't do it. Like, I've had the worst buffalo wings I've ever had in China. And I was like, I cannot live in a country without a fire
But
buffalo.
you could
Yeah.
make them yourself,
Damn.
dude. You could
I know,
make-
like, why don't
get the
you-
wing and then make the sauce at home, right?
Why isn't that
Yeah.
the thing?
I kind of like stepping out, watching a game and getting
No,
a buffalo.
right.
That's like
Yeah.
America, yo.
Gotcha. Bro, gang, let's be real. Most skincare products aren't made for men, and when they are, they're usually not great. They're overly complicated, packed with questionable ingredients, or just don't deliver results. And that's where Caldera Lab comes in. They've redefined men's skincare by combining advanced science with high-quality, non-toxic ingredients to create a simple, effective routine that actually works.
That's right, Lawrence. As a manly man, you know I'm only using the manliest skincare. I'm slathering myself all over with the base layer to the nutrient-rich moisturizer that absorbs quickly and provides a non-greasy matte finish on my ashy-ass knees, my ashy-ass elbows, my ashy-ass ass,
This is an
and my ashy-ass face.
This is an ashy man, ladies and gentlemen. I have been loving the eye serum, especially after the kind of week that I just had. It's great to start everything off on the right foot on a Monday. The eye serum is designed to help reduce the appearance of tired eyes, including dark circles and puffiness. 75% of users, myself included, have reported diminished darkness under their eyes. Whether you're starting fresh or upgrading your routine, Caldera Lab makes skincare simple and effective. Do not settle for drugstore junk or steal your partner's products, guys. Come on, be a good partner. Elevate your routine with skincare made for you. Head to calderalab.com/throwingfits and use throwingfits at checkout for 15% off your first order.
Was your IBS worse in Taiwan than it was in America? Or was it just
No, it's worse in America. It's worse in America.
for sure?
Like it's that GMO shit is here.
Mhm.
You know, like
Mm.
all our food is poisonous out here.
Yeah. That's why it's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I know.
Natasha, what's it like being white with the last name Wang?
Well, we're not married,
Oh.
so
We
I
pronounce
don't.
it Huang.
Yeah, I
Wait,
don't
but-
have. I don't have a Huang yet.
Do you want one?
When you're in the Vice's Broke documentary, credited as that.
Yeah, I put it in.
Yeah, he put it, he decided.
Spoiler alert, by the way. Yeah, if you didn't know.
He's trying to take ownership of me.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
we're funny like that. I was like, yo, you're in there as Natashia Huang.
Well, I feel like the intent is that eventually that maybe
Okay.
I will take your name.
We're
So,
gonna go get married this summer. And
Yeah.
well, we
You'll be
actually
along.
have a priest here today.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, you got no. I'm kidding.
Let's do it. Bring it in.
Because there's this such thing as the secret Asian where you have like a white person name, like me, right?
Yeah.
You have a white person name and you show up and they're like, what? But a secret white.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Trojan
Secret
I
horse.
white
know.
is
I know.
crazy.
Actually, that's kind of a flex because I then think people will take me more seriously.
Yeah.
Like if I'm inquiring about something on email,
Right.
I'm like, this is
And then they're gonna be
Natashia
like,
Huang.
Oh, it's just a fucking.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's a white bitch from Boston.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
this bitch is retarded.
What's the most stereotypical Italian thing about you?
Stereotypical. Nothing really, because I feel like I
your mom
wasn't.
sells roast beef.
My mom spells
in
roast
the
beef.
North Shore of Boston.
Yeah,
The North Shore of Massachusetts.
but I feel like
Yeah,
culturally, I'm
Massachusetts.
not. Yeah, culturally, I'm not very Italian.
Are you nice in the kitchen?
No, not
So
at
you
all.
got lucky
No,
then.
she makes some good.
No,
Okay,
I can.
yeah, yeah.
I can bake.
She bakes.
I can bake,
Okay.
but
She'll bake.
I don't enjoy cooking at all. Like I don't like it. It's just not
Right.
fun for me.
Baking
Knife
white bitch
skills,
shit. There you go.
ass, like the most ass knife skills. I've ever
Can't chop
seen.
You can sift some
anything.
flour.
I can't do shit. Like
Yeah.
it will take me 45 minutes to cut a tomato.
Damn.
It's
Yeah,
wild.
that is funny though. When she talks mad shit to me, I'm like, "How you talk this much shit and you can't use a knife?" You know, I'm like,
I know.
The first human invention.
"I don't think you
100%.
can stab me with a knife.
I could definitely stab you, but
You don't got knife
It
skills."
might take you
no, it's
45
because
minutes.
I could do a crime of passion because I'd
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
actually,
stab
yeah,
you.
that's
I don't.
Italian blood.
I don't want to cut the tomato. That's why it's taking so long. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, you
that
could
might be
crime
the
of
most
passion.
Italian thing about me is that I would.
You're always on the
Kill
verge
him.
of
Yeah.
committing a crime of
I
passion.
would Lorena
Domestic
Bobbitt.
violence.
I would Lorena
Yeah.
Bobbitt my man
Right.
Yeah.
for sure.
The most Italian thing about you
She's
is,
always looking for Janice Rossi. You know,
Yeah.
Got it.
what's your favorite thing that Eddie makes at home in the kitchen?
Lion's head meatballs
Ooh.
for sure.
Nice.
That's the one.
That's the one. That's my favorite dish he's ever made. And then also he invented a pasta called Natashia Pasta.
Can we hear what's special about Natashia Pasta?
this is fire. It's kind of a racist dish that she inspired because I started noticing like every Greek dish you have oregano, lemon, feta cheese, and then like parsley. So I just get fusilli pasta
Mhm.
and then I basically chop up like chicken that I marinate in cherry pepper juice
Mm.
with
Fire.
oregano. Yeah. Sear it dumb hard, chop it up, and then toss it with like olive oil, feta cheese crumbled, oregano, parsley, squeezed lemon juice, some chopped up spinach as well, because they love putting spinach in everything.
There's some TikTok shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, bang, Natashia pasta. It's fire. It's like a
But you
Greek
like
fusilli.
leave it in the fridge and you just have it cold.
Ooh.
It's the best.
Wait.
Also, his tuna fish is the best tuna fish I've ever had in my life.
Better than Matthew McConaughey's?
I don't care whose tuna fish it is. Yours is better.
Yeah. My tuna fish fire.
It's
What's the secret?
I don't know.
Wasabi?
I don't know.
Like tuna fish salad?
You know what I think it is? So I'll
Don't
tell you,
gatekeep.
it's simple. I chop up shallots dumb thin. If I have time, I'll like sear the shallots a little and then put them in. But usually just raw shallots, dumb thin, cornichons chopped up, cherry peppers chopped up, a little bit of the cherry pepper juice, and then relish.
Mhm.
Oh, no, not relish. Chopped up cornichons, chopped up cherry peppers. Because in my head, there's a lazy man version I do, and then there's the like fire version.
Yeah.
But the fire version is the shallots, the cornichons, the cherry peppers, mayonnaise, salt, black pepper, squeeze of lemon juice. Boom.
Is cooking your girl a meal the best way?
Oh, capers.
Ooh, yeah, of course.
Mm.
A lot of salt and,
Yeah.
and like pickled stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is cooking your girl a meal the best way to apologize for fucking up and getting out the doghouse?
I think putting her foot in my mouth
Oh,
Yeah.
is number one.
Sucking
Okay.
some toes.
Yeah.
It's number one. Yeah,
Okay.
sucking some toes.
What? How many dates before that happened?
Eating
Another
popcorn
9?
shrimp. Yeah, when you turn your mouth into a bubble
No,
cup
he
shrimp.
put my foot in his mouth before we even like kissed. I think.
What?
I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were
I mean,
in
that-
Boston at the Encore.
Oh,
I
modern
remember.
Yo, yeah. We went to the club and yeah, that was the night we were partying with Guy Fieri in the club. Guy was putting out his new tequila, and then we get into the room and I put her foot in my mouth and I'm like, damn, this tastes like Guy Fieri's tequila with soda. Because someone had spilled a
Spilled it.
drink on her foot.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
That was wild.
Nice
That
little
was wild.
chaser.
What about date
Yeah.
night? What restaurant are you guys hitting for date night? Now that you're back in New York.
Eel Bar.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Love Eel Bar. We love Cafe Chelsea.
Yeah.
What else?
Yule Bar's right around the corner here. You guys can hit up after,
Fuck with
you know,
Bar.
before
We could have a little lunch.
Yeah. I'm down.
Light lunch.
you open at 5.
Yeah. Done. We're there.
Do you guys, and you said you exclusively use nannies, or was that just
Manny's?
like a male nanny?
Oh, no. We have
Oh, no.
female nannies,
Oh,
but
okay.
I would have a male nanny for
Ooh.
sure.
We trust a male nanny? A gay guy?
Yeah, a gay guy for
Okay.
probably more.
We
That
don't
a
need, we don't
straight
need another
man.
straight man in
No.
here.
Like
Fucking-
Ben Stiller from Meet the Parents, nurse nanny.
Gaylord Fokker?
Yeah,
I
Gaylord
don't, I
Fokker.
don't think I would trust. Yeah. I don't think I would trust
with my man
Gaylord Fokker.
Gaylord.
I fuck with
No.
Fokker.
No, but I think there's something cool about if you have like a son and then they have more male energy.
Yo, you guys should keep flipping the, stereotypes and get like a white nanny.
Yeah,
That'd
if
be
there
hard.
was like a non-famous Rizless Larry, the nanny, I would fuck
You
with.
think I'm famous with Riz? Thank you. Because
Yeah, you
not
are. You're
true.
famous Riz, but it's like if there was a Rizless,
Yeah.
not famous Larry that would be down to do this for $30 an hour. Like, I feel like Larry's personality would be.
I'm good with kids.
Yeah,
Pause.
Yeah.
Hey,
No
you know,
Diddy. No Diddy.
Yeah,
Whatever.
No, I
I
feel
feel
like
like
you
you
would
would be
be-
a cool dude to have in the.
I was a
crib.
camp
Just
counselor,
like-
so honestly, I think I have
Yeah.
that energy. You know
have
why?
it.
I'm a big kid at heart.
Yeah, you're. A
Yeah.
big kid.
You know? So
Yeah.
I
I
can
mean,
relate.
if you want to be our Manny,
30 an hour?
30 an
I got-
hour.
I got some free time.
we could go up to
Yeah.
35.
Let's go.
You know,
Five.
just, could
Okay.
go up.
Tariff
Good to
tax.
know. All right. No, good to know that I have something to fall back on.
Natasha, what is the
Thanks,
dumbest
Larry the
purchase
nanny.
that Eddie's made recently?
Oh, the dumbest purchase that Eddie has made recently.
Look at his face.
I'm sure he has a
knows.
lot. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know about it.
Oh,
Probably the $800 I lost to betting on the
see,
NBA
I don't
playoffs.
even know about
Okay.
it.
Yeah, she didn't.
I
even
was
know
going to
about
say
it.
probably a watch.
What's the watch rotation? Is it just this?
No, he
This
literally.
This was a bad purchase.
No,
I mean, I love it.
that
but-
was a great purchase,
Okay.
but I think just in general, like watches have
Yes.
been.
but they're sometimes they can be like an instrument for investment, like, it grows up.
No, I
or give it
love-
to your kid.
I love that for sure.
You know.
But like then when you
You don't
have,
buy a Patek Philippe. You take care of it for the next generation.
yeah,
Shout out John Hamm, dude.
Dude, you did such a good
100%.
essay.
Like an essay?
Sales
Essay, sales
Yeah,
associate.
Larry would be a fire dancer. You would be a fire sales associate. Yeah.
Wow, it's a
The
career
AD
day.
authorized dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you, good price.
Yeah, what?
All right, so a watch. What about you, Eddie? What's the dumbest purchase that Tasha's made recently you could think of?
Probably paying our concierge pediatrician twice a month on accident.
Oh my god.
Wait,
For the,
how does that
for the
happen?
past,
I'm like, yo,
for the
why are
past
you-
year,
Oh,
How?
shit.
How does that
He's
even
been-
happen?
They
okay,
didn't tell you? Do they owe you a year of
Yeah.
they are
childcare?
Yeah. So basically, what I did was I created a savings account for us.
Right.
So I don't think that's a bad purchase because
No,
we're
that's
getting a fat check in the mail. So I think that was a phenomenal purchase. On my
Basically,
behalf.
this pediatrician, whether we see them or not, but they're on call via like
Right.
WhatsApp for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just concierge.
we
so
pay
whatever
them
you
every
need.
month,
Tight.
right? But then
They
we
made
looked and they paid us. They charged us double for an entire year.
so they accidentally made 2 files for our son. So they were
Oh.
charging 2 accounts as
Got
if he
it.
was 2 separate kids on my card. And I had looked and I was like, I'm not spending that much money. Like this is crazy. How am I racking up these types of
Yeah.
bills?
I kept getting alerts that like she was over her limit.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I was
yo, we
like,
need to
what
have
am
a
I even
conversation.
buying? Like, what am I doing? And then I was looking and I'm like, oh, we're getting charged twice. Hit them up. They were like, we've been charging you twice for the past year.
So
Maybe
are you gonna
over
get
a year.
Are you gonna get a free year, or are you gonna like the next time you have a second
Well,
kid, maybe they get
no.
1
Oh,
year
I think
free?
I'm gonna cop another watch with that.
Yeah, I was
We're
gonna say,
getting a
send
check.
it to us
Exactly.
in the
So
chat.
you're welcome.
You've been spending watch money
You're
on
welcome.
your child
Actually,
health?
we're just saving
No,
money. You were
we've
like having,
spent it on his health. We have a
Right.
pediatrician here in New York now because
Yeah.
they're in LA. And I'm like,
This
how are
is-
we going to do this when you can't touch him?
It's good
Is
to
that
know
like
you can put a price on your kid's health. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Is that like a
okay.
status symbol in LA? Is getting like the one medical for kids?
No,
Or is it
but
just
he
like
was
this
just
is
like,
just like what's
they
convenient?
were just like the best
Right.
doctors. They truly just
Not the
gave,
best
like-
accountants though.
Not the best accountants.
No, not at all.
They're
Oh,
a
you call
little.
Mad Sonny's Angels. Sometimes I'm like, because our son just takes the heads off now. I'm like, yo, maybe the Sonny's Angels investments weren't the best investments.
Maybe. I feel like I spend less money than you do.
Yeah, absolutely. My online gambling is just like it's
You have a problem.
But I
Yeah.
only bet during
Sports?
football season and the NBA playoffs.
That is a fucking
And I live in
lie.
it.
His homies will hit me up and be like, "We're betting on the Chilean Chilean boys
Yeah.
soccer team.
Oh, wow.
Like youth boys.
the child soldier
Shout out
tournament.
Mills.
Like
Yeah.
he is lying to
They
you.
got the Chilean marching powder.
They are
They could
getting
have a good game.
so niche with it. Like
Right.
there's shit that you can bet on. They were betting on the Oscars. They were trying to use a
Yeah.
VPN to bet on the Oscars. Like this is a sickness.
Well, because Simu Liu told me he was gonna dance with Ryan Gosling and you could bet on it. And I was like, yo,
They
I
were
have
trying
inside
to-
information.
This is
Yeah.
a for sure
Bet the house.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to bet the house.
Did you hit?
And I couldn't,
couldn't
bet
do it.
from LA. Like the one time I
Right.
knew who was gonna win,
Mm.
I couldn't bet it. And then for the first year we were together, I kept telling her my boy Mills was my coworker, but really we just gambled together.
Wow. Are you up?
No.
Or you-
No, he's
Okay.
never
No.
up. You're never
Yo,
up.
sometimes I'm up. I was up 60 cents. I was up
Stop, dude.
60
Stop it.
cents.
You can't be
Wednesday
for real
night.
right now. Stop.
I parlayed.
Shut up,
I
Eddie. Stop
parlayed the Magic, and I had also parlayed the Grizzlies with the spread, and I actually hit that parlay, which got me 60 cents over all my prop bet losses.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was up 60 cents Wednesday
Gotcha.
night.
Did that feel amazing
Felt
for you?
so good.
The best 60 cents you ever made, dude.
Yeah.
99% of gamblers quit right before they're about to hit the parlay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. Never
Keep
quit.
gambling.
Yeah, you
Never
gotta keep
quit.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta keep working.
Right.
Never give
Shout
up.
out all the coworkers out there.
Do you
Yeah.
bet on your own teams, or is that do you not want to mix like money with
I
emotion?
always bet on my own team.
I only bet on my own teams.
Yeah, I have to. It's like manifesting the victory.
Exactly.
It's like I'm paying for victory.
It makes it that much sweeter.
Yeah.
So
like
you-
when the Commanders
I was
washed
gonna say you
up
must
the
have a good
Lions.
season. Well, before, until
It
that.
was
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I was killing in the NFL playoffs.
Oh, see, I was betting on the Giants, my team to lose and suck.
see, that's
Oh,
that's
no.
smart.
Still betting on my team.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I've hit crazy shit too. Like I picked Xavier Worthy to have the most receiving yards in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I hit that. I hit Jalen Hurts most rushing yards in the Super Bowl.
Of course.
I hit crazy props.
Yeah,
like,
but you really do like, oh God, I just know too much about gambling now. Like he'll hit like an 8-leg parlay
Yeah.
and he'll hit a lot. Like it's like, and it's very,
but not all 8.
yeah, he'll hit like
I'd be hitting
7.
If he needs a
Yeah,
sponsor,
yeah.
you know, you got the
But every night you're hitting
information.
a 10.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
Wow. Well,
Thank
yo,
you,
that
brother.
with the save.
Thank you.
Wait, so
Yes.
how much were you fighting to name your kid Jaden?
Oh.
Is that on the table?
Yo, I wanted to name him
The Destroyer.
the Destroyer. Was
Legally?
What legally?
But
that
my
was a
favorite-
serious
First name,
conversation. he said Don Huang.
Don?
Yeah, Don. That was fire. Don.
That's
Huang
pretty
was
hard.
fire. That was my first.
Better than the
Don?
Destroyer.
Yeah.
Not Don Julio?
My number one was Taiwan Wong. Number two
Taiwan.
was Taiwan Wong.
That's pretty
And
good.
China.
third, I like
We
those
had
football
China.
players, Boss and Champ Bailey, the
Yeah, yeah.
brothers.
Mhm.
So I did get Boss as Senna's middle name.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, really?
Senabos.
And if we have another son, I'd be like Champ is his.
That's
his middle
cool.
name.
Yeah.
yeah.
Champ and boss.
Yeah,
China
I
is a
always
fire
loved them.
would be a fire name.
China's
China.
fire.
I would
China
use
Wong
that
is
for a
fire.
girl, I think. If
China?
you had a daughter.
Yeah.
China.
But then that's like the wrestler,
I know, I tried
That
to block
died
that out of my
tragically.
head.
And then Black
China.
China.
Wong.
Black China,
Taiwan.
Wong
Taiwan is good.
fire.
Taiwan Wong is.
I
Hong Kong,
hate the
yes.
like
Hong Kong
strippery implications of Asia.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I
sure.
like Asia for a girl.
You
Same
can
with
spell
China.
it-
Same with China though.
But you could spell Asia the Steely Dan way.
Oh.
Okay. I like
Just saying
that.
A-J-A.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. that
Pronounced
is-
Asia.
Yeah.
Per-
Asia.
you know,
Oh,
Steely
that's
Dan.
kind of fire.
You're welcome. That's a free one.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that. Thank you.
fire.
We'll
I
throw
try.
that into your bonus when you're
Thank
nannying.
you.
When you're nannying for
Wow.
Asia. Thank
Yo,
you
the
so
nanny
much.
came up
Thanks,
with the
guys.
name.
Yeah.
All right.
I can do it all, honestly.
Larry the nanny guy.
All right, Eddie, what can you tell us about the Vice is Broke documentary?
I could basically tell you anything about it besides the release date.
Okay.
You know, like Mubi has acquired it, but like they're not announcing the release date yet, but it will be coming out. I would say, I think it's fair to say it's coming out this year.
What's like the angle that you took with this? What is it about? What's the synopsis? Sell us.
Well, you saw it, right? I think
We saw
you
it,
were
yeah,
allowed
but
to
the
watch it.
audience
but
has
nobody
watching
watching this has seen it.
Oh, okay.
You forgot that you were on
Yo,
podcast.
I was like, hey, wait, you guys saw it.
when was the last time you did a
Oh,
press
yeah,
run
oh
for
my
anything?
God,
Like
bro.
you're fucking rusty.
Damn.
Yo, it's been a minute.
What the hell, dude?
It's been 2021 boogie.
Those hard liquid
Yo, because
deaths.
that's the thing that LA does to you is they're like, yo, you can't be out too much. So it's like you have a project every 3 years, every 4 years. So like, no, I'm type rusty with the press.
Clearly.
Oh my gosh. But
He's like, it's good.
Yeah.
I feel
Natasha,
like
give him feedback on this press
Yeah.
run right
Let's
now.
talk about this later.
I
you know?
feel like the way I approached it wasn't like the economic downfall and the like objective view of it. I took a very personal subjective.
Yeah, you
It is
did.
the Latte Larry spite doc.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it is a spite doc, and I told it with everyone that I know that like built that company and got left in the lurch. And it's like furloughed employees gone wild. You know?
Do you think like Gen Z understands how influential Vice was back in like the 2000s, even like 2010s?
So, I don't really think in the generational thing much, but I know like that dude Adam Faze that does gymnasium. He's
Yeah.
like Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
Like he definitely is like very aware of Vice. Like when I talk to him, he totally gets it. He knows like the thread between what he's doing at gymnasium with Vice.
Gotcha.
So I think like someone like him who is like a thought leader of that demographic and age of people, he's aware. But I don't know if like the average, I think the culturally interested Gen Z person is probably aware.
Do you think they're aware of how much money was involved in this fucking initiative? Like, billions and billions of dollars.
I think they're aware of the money and the business of it. I don't think they're aware of like how we got down, like the parties,
Right.
Like how crazy it was in the office. I don't think they know the characters. Like, I don't think they would know like which issues of the magazine were the most fire. But I actually
The
think
guy's eating pussy.
Yeah,
Seminal work.
Yeah, incredible. The cops issue is crazy. Yeah, like Vice was though like almost like it was this central hub for indie sleaze culture in all of the 2000s.
Yeah, and we
For
got to
all
see,
of us.
we got to see Gavin McInnes' penis.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
Or his nut.
And it's like how many parties like
No, we saw
Oh, yeah, that's right. His cock is in the
we all
picture,
drank
yeah.
for free for 20 years because of Vice.
so many
Like
PBRs.
all of those
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace parties, PBRs, and it was just like they subsidized our fucking drinking
Right.
party.
So this was a documentary made out of spite.
Yeah, out of spite and also like in the like corny way, like I care and I wanted it to be a cautionary tale for any kids that are part of the next cultural movement.
Okay.
Right? Like I just because the next thing is coming.
Something in media that big or potentially, you think?
Yeah,
Versus-
like media or music, just like there's something that's gonna pop up that's like all of the kids downtown are gonna go get a job at this place and believe, and someone is gonna be like, I'm Genghis Khan, like Shane Smith. And I just want people to think twice about that.
So what, like approach it with like a healthy disrespect or of distrust of like the powers that be? Like, this guy's awesome. Well,
Yes.
I'm getting free drinks. This rocks. We're never
Yeah.
going to die.
Yeah, like a healthy
let's all do
distrust.
coke off this guy's dick.
Yeah, like a healthy distrust of scaling. Like, let's talk about your guys' show, right? You probably could go to some ad sales company. You could go to Wondery or whatever. They take a bigger cut of your show. They say they're going to bring you to a bigger audience. They're going to scale your show. But it's like you built this from the ground up. You own it yourselves and you keep it the size that you want it. And you work with these brands. Like, that's the way to do shit. And I think a lot more people of this generation know that. But I remember our generation, so many of our artist friends sold out as soon as Nike gave them a check or Beats gave them a check, Apple, like Vice. It was just like, yo, let's go. They said they're going to give me stock and this company's going to scale. And everybody just got like wide-eyed. And I want people to question shit like
I think the wide eyes were from the drugs.
Yeah, something else.
Probably.
Yeah.
Dilated.
Probably.
Yeah.
Moon rocks.
Natasha, how pissed were you that Eddie spent a few months making this documentary right after you gave birth?
I was so mad. I can't even think about it or go back to that place because
Well,
that is the worst
sorry.
possible thing that could happen to you. Is you have a baby and then everybody just leaves and you're like alone with your baby in your house that you don't. You're like, what? This is brand new. This
was
is
part of
new
this project
shit.
like for you to just get away? Just get out of the house.
No, I feel like he was sad.
I was bummed.
Yeah.
So
And I
bummed.
also was just like being like directing any film. I think any director directing a film in those moments, you're a complete neurotic emotional wreck,
Right.
right? You're holding it together as you're doing this thing. And I felt bad for her because even that day I threw the pizza, like our son had just come out and she's out there at the ice cream shop being like, yo, you care, you want to do this, you know? And it's like, I definitely was like, what is wrong with me that I can't keep it together right now? You know, but when I think like I'm a very passionate, emotional, honest filmmaker, like you're gonna be neurotic.
Right.
You're gonna spaz.
One of the big pivotal scenes or important scenes in this documentary is when you met up with Gavin McInnes. What was the first thing that went through your head when you linked up with that swagless piece of shit con man?
Yo, I mean, I heard him off camera talking to people. Well, he was on camera. I was off camera. I think I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
To take a shit.
I think I pissed, but I went to the bathroom and I could hear him being like, does Eddie speak English? And I was like, yo, I'm in for one with this fool.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you think he was saying that knowing you could hear him?
100%, right? Or that he's on camera, right? It's in the doc, I believe.
yeah, it's in the doc. It's
Yeah.
in the doc. They got him on camera
funny.
doing it. I don't know if he meant to do it. I honestly don't think I could say, but I was definitely like, damn, man, like this dude's as bad as everybody says he is, or he's putting on a front. And I was like, yo, don't take anything he says personally, because I was like, I think a lot of people are counting on me for this doc, like old Vice employees,
Right.
friends. I was like, I'm not gonna make this personal and get into it with Gavin. So-
React. He wants you to react, right?
yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, that was the hardest scene to do because he was saying a lot of shit that it makes your blood boil.
He was baiting you.
He's
Yeah.
baiting.
Yeah.
Did you come close to losing it or no? Like think of the
Yeah.
think of the pizza.
Funny enough, yes, I did come very close. I could weather him telling all the Chinese jokes. Like I've grown up with that my whole life. I could weather a lot of other stuff. When he started to come for women because she had just given birth and I felt so much guilt not being home helping,
Ally.
Oh,
I got tight mad. And that's why
Correct answer.
in the film, I'm like, yo, let's fucking arm wrestle.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I cannot fight you. I cannot put my hands on you. But I need to do something physical right now
Yeah.
to get out of my head. Because I was like, I'm in my head upset right now. And that's when I was like, yo, let's fucking arm wrestle.
was that improv? That was
Improv.
wasn't planned? Wow, crazy.
Not playing. Like I was so mad that I was like, yo, I need a physical device to get through this scene.
Who do you think was a worse person to work for? Because I don't think you didn't overlap with Gavin at Vice.
I didn't
during your
work
time at
for
Vice, right?
Gavin, no.
Who do you think, just in speaking to like friends and former coworkers, who do you think was worse to work for, the Nazi misogynist Gavin McInnes or Grift Lord of the Century Shane Smith?
So that is the most interesting part of the documentary to me, is that like the easy answer to cover my ass would be to tell everybody Shane. But the truthful thing I think we did in the documentary, and I'll do now, is just like I spoke to so many employees that worked with both of them, and to a woman or a man, every single one was like, Gavin was the better person.
Yeah, right.
That was the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And
This
they
Nazi was better than
Yeah,
Shane.
this guy's
Which
worse than a
is-
Nazi.
The guy,
This
Insane.
cornball.
Proud Boy, was better than Shane. And they were like, yo, at points of my life when I was down, Shane never checked on me, never cared. Gavin showed up for people.
Crazy.
There were so many stories of people that were like, he showed up for me. And that's why everyone's like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. That it was like almost like former cult members being like, yeah, man, like I knelt down and was, blessed with a fucking Hitler doll. And like I felt, and now I'm like, I realize now that that shit was fucked up, but like,
yeah.
I was in it.
Yeah.
I was warped by it.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the lame guy who's like obsessed with power money is actually worse than the guy blessing you with the Nazi doll, right? Like,
Crazy.
yeah, fucking wild.
Yeah.
Did you get pushback while filming from these former masters of the universe?
Oh, Shane was texting me the whole time.
Really?
Yeah. And like also not being a real man, like trying to check in, yo, let's have a gentle wine. Let's, And so I just played him the same way. I was like, yeah. And I saved all the texts because I was just like, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And like, if you want to talk about it, come on and talk about it. And he wouldn't. He's like, oh, the lawyers will never let me. Like, let's meet together, just you and me. And,
So I can murder you.
Or hush money? You think like he would have hush money for you? Like, would he pay to kill this? Or could he?
I think he absolutely would. He hushed a lot of people.
Yeah.
That dude, like, we know some bad stuff he
Right.
did that was also a catalyst for why I went for his ass.
Mhm.
Vice is broke. Is Shane Smith broke?
No.
No, I think he hit all his bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he up to now?
He lives behind the Malibu Country Mart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's just perpetually trying to figure out a way to like make Vice his again
Really?
Yes.
or whatever
Huh.
that looks
Yeah,
like.
he
I
wants
think
to-
that's just
He wants to come back and be a guy. He's not happy to just sit on his
I think he wants
millions
to be a
and-
guy. I think he's
Yeah.
a guy because when you have some power, I think you
Yeah.
become addicted to it.
That's his fatal flaw, right?
Gout chaser.
yeah, it is the fatal flaw, right?
For
It's
him,
like,
yeah.
nothing enough is never enough.
Right. Totally.
So what was the moment during your time at Vice when you're doing Wong's World when you realized that something didn't smell right? Because you always had a healthy distrust, like we talked about, and like we talk about it in the documentary. There's a lot of moments where you're like, yeah, shit was just like felt off. But like, what was the single moment where you're just like, this feels something's got to go?
When they did the Viceland deal, I just knew something was wrong. Because I was like, we're dominating the internet. It's working. We have no masters we have to answer to here. We get to be ourselves. It's fire. Why are we going backwards into cable television?
Yeah.
The cable television is so washed. And he just kept telling everyone, like, that was the better deal. We want to be on cable. It's bigger. It's better. And then I got sent to the LA office. And all of a sudden, they started hiring executives from like A&E and like other channels. And everyone was really passive aggressive. Like, we're going to teach you how to make television. I was like, well, what were we making before?
Yeah.
Like, television is just furniture. You project
Yeah.
whatever you want on it. I
Yeah.
can project my homemade pornos on there.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Oh,
you know, yeah, I mean, it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, you don't need to teach me how to do it.
Right.
Like, we were already doing it. And they were just trying to control us and gaslighting everyone that worked there, being like, you don't know how to do this. And I was like, we've been doing this.
Right.
Mhm.
That's why you copped the channel.
Yeah.
Right. And I hate when people do that to you. Like, I became good friends with the cinematographer, Sam Levy. He shot like Lady Bird. Great guy. I think he might even still live on this street. But the first time I met Sam, we were talking about potentially doing Boogie together. And he was like, I don't know if my schedule's going to work, but I'm going to tell you one thing. He's like, as you go on this path to be a director, there's going to be a lot of people that pop up that are like, I have the cheat code that you need to know.
Right.
I have something that you need to learn. And he's like, nobody has anything that you can't figure out yourself. If that's the door they're coming in, he's like, don't trust them. And he's right.
By like negging you out the gate.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a YouTube tutorial for everything.
Yeah. I got YouTube, bro.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my wife. I got
Yeah,
I got
exactly.
YouTube. What do I need?
But if those guys that came in those suits, if you don't allow them to tell you what to do, then they don't have a job. Right?
Exactly. And I like led the rebellion with this one other guy, Evan Rosenfeld, who like, he did the You documentary and he was in charge of like sports advice.
Uh-huh.
Me and him like led the mutiny in the LA office. So then of course, like they came for us first.
Mm.
You know, that's why Wong's World ended, was because I was speaking up and being like, nah, like we already know what we're doing.
They punished you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they punished me. They brought in a new guy. The new guy was like, can we lower the budget and do Wong's World domestically? And at this time, I was smoking every show. I was a #1 rated show. The closest show was Deezus and Miro.
Mhm.
Shout out to those guys. But their ratings was for the entire week because they had 5
Right.
episodes a week. Mine was 1 episode a week and I was crushing.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're going to reduce the budget on your show. We want it to be domestic. What do you think? And I was like, well, it wouldn't be Wong's World. Like,
It's the title. It's in the title.
Wong's
title is
country?
Like we going around the world, right?
United States of Wong.
Yeah. And I was just like, no, I'm good. I kind of like broke boyed him. I was like, if you don't got the money, we don't got to do it.
Damn.
So
How much money did Vice owe you that you forfeited to make this documentary?
the minimum actual dollar amount we could prove was $380 something.
Whew.
But
This
like,
is just to you.
Yeah.
just to me. And that was my cut of the show that they owed me since 2018.
Residuals, or is that what? Okay.
Residuals, all that. But the attorney that I hired was like, yo, it's most likely upwards of 600,000 because we can't even get into their international
Right.
deals. We would have to like get into litigation and force discovery, see all the deals. Cause he's like, I also don't have visibility on like the internet ad dollars because all of those videos have millions of hits.
Damn. Right.
So what we could prove on paper on the deals that were public was 385, 386. And like, that's the bare minimum.
The film is dedicated to Anthony Bourdain. What is the memory you cherish the most with Uncle Tony?
I think probably when I was getting a lot of like heat, because when I was coming up as a chef, a lot of the establishment chefs and media didn't really like want it to happen because I was such a loudmouth and I was like exposing certain things about the business. And Tony Bourdain went out of his way to just call up Foster Kramer and did an interview to clear the air and support me, and was like, yo, Eddie's a good dude. Like, this is what I think about him, and this is why I think he keeps getting into trouble. And almost like Omar from The Wire, he got everybody to back off. I've never met anyone that generous and kind in my entire life. Like,
Tony coming.
Tony coming. Tony just went out of his way and he's like, I will shoot anybody in the face fucking with Eddie. And I was like, that's crazy. That was the nicest thing anyone in a professional setting has ever done for me.
Is your career totally different if that doesn't happen, you think?
Yeah, I don't even know if my career fully happens the way it did if Tony doesn't come out and is like, I'm translating him for you.
Right.
He would straight up tell executives like why they needed to work with me. Because a lot of people just looked at me like this Oriental alien child that liked hip hop. You know, like that's how they saw me. It was like Asian Guy Fieri. And Tony was like, no, he can write. Because I'd share my writing with him. Like he got to see Fresh Off the Boat dumb early. And he knew that I had like light imposter syndrome. He really helped me out with that shit.
Was he good at playing the game and the politics of and kind of like with the suits and the creative, or was he just his track record was too goated that the suits had to like listen to him and bend to his creative
he
will?
struggled like me until he made the CNN move. And then I think when he made the CNN move, he was at the peak of his power. He got over his imposter syndrome. And that's when he started to lean on people and like he threw his weight around in a good way. Like Tony like stepped into his power, I think, in those CNN years.
Got it.
Is there any part of you that still has imposter syndrome? Or have you totally like, or is that a good thing to some degree, a chip on your shoulder? I don't know.
I honestly think I had imposter syndrome until 2 months ago when the fires hit and like having a family and being on the run. We lived in like 5 places in January.
Right.
I was just like, I don't really have time to not believe in myself anymore.
Good call.
It's just go time.
Yeah.
And she's, Natasha's really helped me out with that. Like she don't let me fall off anymore.
Right. Behind every good man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Straight up.
Well, we want to welcome you guys back to New York. So happy that welcome home. The question we have for you is, if you're elected mayor of New York City tomorrow, what's the first executive order?
You go first.
Ooh. Better coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
Straight up.
It's cheaper here. What is it? What's
So
what's
good.
iced coffee in LA now? Like $8?
I don't know, but it's better.
Yeah,
Really?
the baristas are good. in LA.
The New York baristas.
Yeah, 'cause they're all struggling
are
actors.
not-
Yeah.
I know, but they put their whole back into it. They're
Yeah.
In LA?
popping their
It's a
pussy
career.
Yeah.
in the coffee shop.
Okay.
In New York,
Um,
it's the he they bussies that they're putting in.
Damn, it's not good.
The blue hairs.
It's not good.
Wait, so you want to personally be the coffee czar?
Yeah, better
Nice.
coffee.
Okay, better coffee.
Better coffee. Leash
Better
your dogs.
ingredients.
better,
Leash your dog.
Mama Natasha.
That would be mine.
All right, Eddie.
I'm actually gonna crib one from Zoran because I actually think
Yeah.
Zoran has some.
You think he's
good
a chance?
shit. Yeah, I do. I think. Yeah, I mean, the establishment's gonna try to kill him.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
like, I think he better have a chance because I think he's probably the best candidate now. But I like a lot of what he's doing about childcare because my theory is like people are just like there's so many bad people in this world. I'm like, yeah, like all of it is coming from childhood, and if you're broke, it's really hard to raise children properly,
Right.
like functional members of society. So I do think that if we want the birth rate to come up and we want better people in our country, provide like government subsidies for childcare. Like we subsidize corn, soybeans. Fuck do we need this shit for? Like we need better people.
Yeah.
And so like I would get behind a lot of Zoran's stuff for like government subsidized childcare.
Better coffee, better children. Natasha and Eddie,
Let's go.
2026.
Affordable childcare and coffee.
Speaking of being broke, how much money do you guys make?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Bro, I was negative in my bank account. I was negative in my bank account last March.
Okay.
And then I was negative in my bank account this January.
Well, it's
But-
America. You can live off debt.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause my thing is I don't like taking out loans and I don't really like using a credit card. I pay my credit card every month. So, it was tough, but like I wrote my ass off. I sold a few things and we back up.
Does being financially in the red ever motivate you to be like, you know what? I'm going to just write some shit that I know like the execs want to buy. Like I'm going to check every box, whatever, like compromise creatively.
Yes.
Just to like get a check so I can fucking get Natasha some good coffee. Yeah.
Yeah. What's really funny is yes. And they always offer me this stuff and I get probably 75% through and I never turn it in.
Oh, really?
I can't.
That's what we need Natasha to get you over the line. She's like, this is dog shit.
That's really
Sell
when
it.
they try to tap me in. They're like, so what's
Bring in the
happening?
lefty.
Yeah.
They're like, what's happening with the
closer.
algorithm movie?
Yeah.
Where did that one go?
What about Minecraft 2? Where's that?
Yeah. No, she's been pushing to get across the line of some of them. But what usually happens is I get like 75%, 80% down the road on one of those shitty projects.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pull the rabbit out the hat, the like, the self-titled joint, the like self-generated joint, and it saves my fucking life.
Wait, what's the hurdle? Is it like, you know what? I can't debase myself anymore with the shitty ones.
I'll tell you, writing to me is literally alchemy magic shit. I'm not even doing it. I'm like a vehicle. It's like, I black out. I spaz out.
Okay.
I'll listen to like East Side Bird Gang on a loop.
The
for
same
10
song.
hours, the same
Oh,
song.
wow. You're in a trance.
Yeah.
I black out.
Bro, you're like the accountant.
Yeah. Yo, I'm Ben Affleck the accountant, yo.
You might be
His favorite
neurodivergent,
movie.
brother.
Yeah, I think so. But on the
Redacted
projects I
Sicario.
don't care about, I can't black out.
Right.
I can't like get into that zone. Like I
Okay.
can't finish.
Yeah.
Maybe not in New York, the dipset will hit harder. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys like to spend your money on besides your kid and besides clothes?
Food. I mean, like we spend money on dinner. I love dinner.
Where have you been?
Big dinner guy over
You've been
here.
in New York 2 months. Where have been, besides the Eel Bar, what have been like the spots you've been going to that really hit?
I've been in the house.
Really?
We didn't have a nanny.
Oh.
So I was like Cinderella trapped.
I got
Larry
you.
over here.
I was trapped in the Murray Hill Tower with all of the unleashed dogs. He was running around the city. And I was like, can I have some?
Please.
Please,
Dog-
sir, can
doggy
I have
bag.
some social life?
Doggy bag, please.
I at the Palestinian restaurant.
Oh, we
Alphabet
order
City,
from Ayat a lot.
Okay.
Oh, you wrote about that.
Yeah, Ayat's very good. I mean, always New York Noodle Town. Sad they're not open later than 11.
Right. Classic.
Where else? I mean, like at Cafe Chelsea,
Yeah.
Eel Bar. We talked. Oh, I had a great meal at Keen's,
Oh, yeah.
and I hadn't been since it got acquired, so I was a little nervous. But like all the old servers were
Nothing's
still
changed.
there.
Yeah.
Keen's is still
An
fire.
institution.
Yeah, incredible.
Big old martini.
You get a mutton
Yeah.
chop?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, there's that bar down the street from Luger's, Duchat. That was really nice. We went to. I think the name is Duchat. DEUX.
Oh, yeah. That was really
space
cute.
Chat. That was a great
In Williamsburg?
bar.
Yeah.
I really like.
And Luger's is always good. We went to
Yeah.
Luger's.
Never
for
knocking the
birthday.
thing.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
All right, so steak is what you
Oh,
said.
El Castillo de Agua. I went there.
Okay, yeah.
The one on
Mm.
Rivington. I always hit that. I hit Shopson's. Shopson's is still fire.
And now that you're like walking on the lower side, people are like, yo, Eddie's back. Yo, Eddie coming.
There was a nice kid from the Stussy store that like popped out and was like, yo, you ever want to come to Stussy? I'll get you in. I was like,
Oh, right, because there's a
Thank
line
you.
now.
thank you.
Around the block.
You'll have the opportunity to spend your money, but like you'll at least get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
only
think I-
Asian person not waiting in line is Stussy, Eddie Huang.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah. I don't think I'd cop anything, but I'll come say hello.
The store's nice.
Yeah, the store's nice.
So I hear. I don't wait in line.
Willow Perrin,
Yeah.
I think designed it. You know. Have you been in?
No, I'm not going to wait in that line, and I don't want to ask because I feel like a fucking herbivore.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Whenever
There's
I text the
nothing in
manager,
it
he's
for
like,
us.
yo, sorry, I'm asleep. I'm like, it's 2:00.
We got a line to get through here.
Yeah.
Come on, Rob.
What's a secret purchase that you guys have made that the other person doesn't know about that you want to come clean on?
Oh, shit. I feel like
Who wants to go first?
you go first.
You go first. Secret purchase. This is good.
A secret
Yeah.
purchase.
This is the newlyweds game.
Black leggings from Taiwan. It was her all along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twist.
Maybe it was the panties.
Oh,
You cop.
She
The
planted them.
buttons.
She planted
They
them
were
for
my
leverage.
panties.
Yeah.
They were my panties. I mean,
Straight from
no,
Japan.
it's annoying when you're like married because we could see each other's like credit card statements. I
Are
don't
you-
know that
are
I
you
have a
doing that?
secret. Are we doing what?
Like, are you like reviewing the credit card statement? You're like,
No,
what the
but
fuck
you
is
could.
that?
I
Yeah.
mean, we could.
I mean, we didn't review for a year. We didn't know that doctor was
Yeah.
double charging.
Right.
I don't know. I've honestly never made a secret purchase
Yeah.
that I like didn't want
You
you to
spent
know
$1 million
about.
on OnlyFans this year.
I feel like yours is probably gambling.
Yeah, mine is just online gambling.
Yeah.
Mine
Sports,
is
That's your vice.
secret online gambling.
You do sports. Or you do like blackjack and like roulette.
sports.
Just sports.
Yeah. I've won a couple poker tournaments. So I mean I placed like second in a poker tournament recently. So
In the money.
yeah, I make money on cards. Cards, I make money. Sports gambling. I'm no
Losing.
Hey,
I might be better at
don't make money-
sports than gambling.
you haven't made money yet.
Yeah. I haven't
Not
made
yet.
money
Keep
There it
going.
is.
Yo, I used to
Keep
make
going.
mad bread betting on sports when I was in my 20s because I was watching every game.
More locked in.
I'm not locked in now, but I still want to play.
Well, now it's too easy to do parlays and shit. And you're like, you know what? He definitely is going to hit like 9 threes tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to hit parlays all the time because I was watching every game, but now I'm not watching. I need to watch more
You have a
sports.
kid.
Yeah, honestly, you're
You
right.
have
We
a
should
child.
raise your son less. Yeah, and watch more
Yeah.
sports.
Raise your son
To
less.
be
Watch
better at
sports
gambling,
more.
which is
Make us more
clearly
money.
an addiction for you.
Yeah.
This is great shit.
He's like, I'm not addicted.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm just. He's like,
Thinking of
he needs
parlays
to go
right now.
check.
We're not
his-
at the
he needs
first
to go
step
check
yet. We're
FanDuel
not-
right now.
He'll get to the first step
You
when he's
will
ready.
buy secret shit for Senna. You be buying like all kinds of stuff for Senna. and
It's
then-
not secret.
Yeah.
Like
How
what?
how drippy are we talking? Like when
Just
it comes to
like-
like toy stuff,
Oh.
like apparatus, like a kitchen. Like, yo, I'm copying him a kid. Like Christmas was wild.
What was the biggest? What was the biggest?
run it up for Christmas.
I know, but like, it's so crazy because Eddie grew up like he didn't get shit
And
ever.
we're Chinese. We
And
don't
I
get
grew up and it was like
Italian
every
princess?
day I got
Princess.
everything that
Yeah.
I ever, like every day was Christmas. Like I was like, oh my God.
That's why there's a trade
10,000.
deficit.
Yeah.
Honestly, that might be the reason.
So
dude.
for Christmas, I was like, I can't even fathom like a situation where the tree doesn't have like a million, like it's a
course.
sea of toys like
Right.
spilling out.
Optically, we need all the
It
presents.
just,
yeah.
it makes me feel good.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
Maybe that's your love.
Nice.
Is gift giving your love language?
giving and receiving.
There you go.
I love to receive a gift. I love to give a
I
gift.
tried to get her into more like physical touch because it's more affordable.
That's not how it works, by the
No,
way.
but I like physical touch. I like receiving physical touch. I don't
Yeah.
like giving physical
right?
touch.
You want your foot in. You want your foot
I
in
want my
his
foot
mouth.
in your
You're not
mouth.
going to suck his popcorn shrimp.
Yeah.
Right.
Got it.
No. Not
Munch it at the Vice
I
office.
think you did once. You did once.
I think I did probably more than once.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
times.
sure.
Yeah.
It's just not regular.
Right.
It's not always on the menu. It's like
We're
off
delaying
menu.
the pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special
Yeah,
requests.
But I think the dynamic of Shorty's foot in man's mouth is hotter. Like man's foot in Shorty's mouth, I feel like I'm a
Yeah.
conquistador.
No, I like it.
You're a
I
real
like
eater.
it.
like Christopher Columbusing, you know? But it is hot. It is hot.
Yeah.
It is hot.
I actually think it's hotter
Yeah.
if
I
your
don't think
foot is in my mouth.
men's feet aren't like the kink
Yeah.
object of desire, right? It's always the women's feet.
yeah,
typically.
yeah, I don't know many women that are
Right, are
like,
It's
weird
definitely-
feet
men.
people,
I
yeah.
was, it's definitely hot when you did it. I was like, ooh, wee. You know?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like anal in a relationship. You only need to do it once. You got to just see it once, do it once, and be like, it's not something you keep doing.
We
when
did
you're-
it.
Some people
It
keep
depends
doing
if you're
it.
into it, I
Yeah,
guess.
like it just
We don't
it-
kink
it
shame on
just-
this
if
show.
it's your thing.
No, I don't kink shame at all.
Yeah.
I think it's just for us.
good
we
birth
were like
control.
A one time, you know.
Yeah, I mean anal. It's like
100% of the time. So
Yeah.
here.
100%. You will
Yeah.
not get pregnant.
You can
You
shoot at the
might.
club around the corner.
I'm like, yo, let's have more kids.
Yeah.
I'm shooting it up.
Shoot up the
Troy
late-
Ave-
the
I'm
late
Troy
night
Ave
drunk
up in
spot.
there, man.
We
That's
need
shooting
to-
up
Ave,
artichoke
Urban Plaza.
pizza. That's what you're doing.
It's like, yo, we came to the wrong club.
Yeah.
Shoot it up.
Yeah.
All right. We've been chopping it up for, I don't know, an hour and a half. We had a few piss breaks there for Eddie, so I don't know the exact time. But after all this time, now that you guys are back in New York, new parents, not newlyweds because you're not wed yet, with a podcast, Canal Street Dreams, do you have any constructive criticism you'd like to give us now that we spent all this glorious time together?
Yo, I will say this. I thought early on in the show, like Larry would interject dumb loud in the right before you were gonna hit the punchline. But Larry's mic control is fire now.
Oh, okay.
Larry's fire. Larry's
Yeah.
ad libs are fire.
I got delayed pleasure.
Larry has mad sneaky jokes. Not for nothing. I feel like Larry might be the top shot on the show now.
What?
Oh, fire.
I hate to tell you.
Well, first of all, it's not a. It's not a. First of all, it's not a
I'm
competition.
fuck with you. I'm fuck with
It's not a
you.
competition.
But no, Larry's
No,
Larry's
feed
fire.
him, feed him that. He needs it.
I feel like y'all don't step on each other's toes anymore. This shit's very, very fire.
Anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes some time, you know.
Yeah,
It takes like 7 years.
5 years. Yeah.
It's been 7 years.
No, I just threw a big
More.
number out there. We started potting in 2016, so more.
Wow.
No, I listen to this and Nick Fan TV the most.
Thanks,
These are the
bro.
2 pods I listen to the most. You guys are.
Right, your own
The only
shit.
pods that matter.
Do you listen to your own shit or no?
Yeah, I do. I watch the tape
Okay.
Yeah, that's smart.
because I want to improve. I always watch the tape.
Nice.
Respect.
Just like Jalen.
A real
Just like
student
Jalen.
of the game.
Well, do you have notes for us?
No, I'm excited for the return.
I got a note. I got a note for the doc.
What's the note?
There's a certain bit. I don't want to spoil it. I mean, there might be some physical. You know what I'm talking about? I thought it went on a little long.
Fair.
Which then I'm like, is it a Family Guy
Fair.
kind of thing where it's like, but I'm like, let's
Fair.
maybe trim that a little bit.
Fair.
Other than that, I thought it was very entertaining, and the fact that it was all about you was awesome, and I loved it. So
Thank you,
spiteful.
Did we?
No,
Did we see the final cut?
intentionally
Yes.
Cringy long.
No, I don't
to
think so.
just be like, yo, how long are we going to do?
Well,
this?
actually, and you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe the best part of the bit is because then you're having someone is just sitting with you, assuming you're having a serious interview or
I think-
conversation, which is funny. So maybe you're the pro, dude.
No, I think that's a valid note.
Yeah.
Like the producers were most worried about that
Really?
moment, and I fought them on it because I was like, no, the joke is that we're really gonna string this shit out, and it's so awkward.
Yeah.
And the guest, it was like one of the pivotal interviews. And even the guest is like, what the fuck is going on? And I was just like, as a troll director, I was like, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for me, it was also just like nostalgic to. I never worked at Vice, lived across the street, whatever. But Vice was, again, I don't know if people like understand like the cultural phenomenon
Yeah.
that it was, and I think it did a good job of kind of like really taking you back. Whether I can't only speak for myself, where like there is familiarity of like, oh yeah, wow, these were some, and also like on the business side, I don't know, it wasn't like fully about the business and the money, but it was like, wow, what a fucking just hubris.
Yeah.
Just hubris and like just shadowy tricks and fucking stealing from Paul to pay Peter, whatever the fuck. It's crazy.
Was it the most epic fumble downtown? Like, has
I don't
anyone
think it
fumbled
needs to
a
be
bigger
downtown
bag?
because we're talking about Billy.
Yeah.
Like Billy's.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is
This is an epic fumble.
yeah.
This is Leon Lett at the 1 yard line type fumble.
And
bro.
hearing
But
about
it's
the early
Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yo, but it's
Butt
a butt
fumble?
fumble. Yeah.
hearing about the earlier days of like when I wasn't an adult in New York was a lot of fun too. Like having to, being extorted by a crackhead just taking a shit on the stupid.
Yeah, that's fire. That's the best businessman in the whole documentary, dude. When it's all said and done, that guy knew what was
100%.
up. Yeah. Let's do Complex next, and you can have us.
That's good.
You're still kicking.
NCB.
You're still
Yeah.
kicking.
Mhm.
All right, guys, we want to thank you for coming on to the only podcast that matters. Where can the kids follow you? What do you want to plug?
Oh yeah, Canal Street Dreams,
Mhm.
Yup.
our pod. It's
Yup.
on Substack, Apple iTunes, Spotify, our Instagram.
And the Substack is also features a ton of writing. Yeah,
Yes. You get the pod and the writing for $8.
Great value.
There you go.
Great value play, guys.
where can
If
the
you're
kids
cheap.
follow you?
It's a BOGO.
Yeah, it's a BOGO deal. Cheaper than OnlyFans.
Yes.
Depends.
Cheaper than some OnlyFans.
Right.
You also might get a dick pic.
Oh,
Oh, that's a tier? You get a.
I mean, yo,
you're slinging?
I don't know.
I'll share
I don't
it for
know.
money.
Maybe.
there's dick pics
My
in
dick is for sale.
There's dick pics in the doc.
There is
Yes.
dick pics in the
Yeah.
doc.
There's cock in the doc.
There's a lot of cock in the doc.
There is.
Yeah,
It's
there's
not
a lot
your
of cock
cock.
advice. Yeah.
There's ass in the doc too.
There's ass.
Oh, there is ass.
that's-
There's cock. There's
Uh-huh.
ass.
Yeah. Don't
There's
don't
body
stick
parts.
around.
Is there titties?
Maybe. Yeah.
There's gotta
There
be.
has to be. It's
In, like, a
Vice. I feel like there were
screenshot.
so many
Yeah.
titties out all the time.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think there's a shot of that girl jumping in the supermarket with the hoo-ha's out.
Mm.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right,
It was
guys.
very entertaining, and
Yeah.
everyone is going to be very excited.
Watch
to
the
what
doc,
comes out,
sign
honestly.
up for the Substack, listen to the podcast, follow these guys on socials, and thank you guys again for coming on to the only
Great to
podcast
see
that
you guys.
matters.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Welcome back to New York.
you.
Chef, take us out.
Your pod matters too.